In fact, it is time the president sent a whole team to go in there, rebaptize the whole ministry, and at the same time, my brother, my sister, fumigate every corner of the interior ministry. My brother, my sister, let's get into the thinking properly. A few days ago, Mubarak Muntaka Mohammed, the minister of the interior, came out to tell us that he was prioritizing deportation over prosecution of foreign nationals engaged in galamsey. He didn't give us any reason. Today, his deputy has come out to give us the reason, and the reason is unreasonable. We will send them away because we don't have any money to feed them. They are too many. In fact, we are ready. Hang them, my brother. If we succeed in hanging one or two of these galamsey boys, the nation will be sanitized. My brother, in China, we don't do a quarter of what they do to us, and we get hanged. I said in China, we don't do a quarter of the things they do to us here, yet we get hanged in China. When was the last time you heard an African carried cocaine or any other such drug into China? Summarily, you are hanged if you are caught with one. Speedy trial, whether it's a kangaroo court or a cock court, maybe a squirrel court, because it's so fast, we could even say it's a leopard court or a cheetah court. We are hanged night and day because they prioritize their country over any other thing. But in our country, we claim we are diplomatic, but we are weak. How can you tell us that 80 Chinese people are arrested on the galamsey pit, destroying our water bodies, and when we take them to court, they succeed in getting bail? Why don't you set up speedy courts for these guys? Not only Chinese, but a special galamsey court, a fast-track galamsey court, which runs 24 hours. After all, you are preaching a 24-hour economy. If we had a 24-hour galamsey court, my brother, my sister, let's succeed in hanging one or two of these galamsey guys. Galamsey will end immediately in Ghana. If you can sit back and watch Ghanaians being shot and killed during elections, if you can sit and watch Fana school children get drowned and almost nothing is said about it, stop the hypocrisy of saying you are deporting Chinese citizens all because you cannot feed them, but you can feed the Ghana ones and get them prosecuted and deal with them. I don't see what kind of illogical logic this is. It's a shame to the Ministry of in the Interior. It's a shame. It's a shame, my brother, my sister. Now, above all, listen to this important thing. All these people they claim to be deporting, they find their way back into the country within hours. We saw that at least.
Yes, Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. One more report on what they buy and say the entire year of 2024. About 2024 now, I'm on your Kubernetes. So, then the new patriotic party, MPP, led by His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuado. Afinimunino, electricity incremented by 6.47%. Meboa, PURC for so bois. 6.47 for the entire year. Ah, Yanwan is saying, I mean, 6.47. What's your Kufuado buying the 3 more than aban ne enwene Ghana fo ho aban ne eye aban a ne yemo hyehye no emma Ghana fo na aban ne sikadie ene katahyehe ene proyenko ane ye somu na emom se yeto aba de mamo na mo de mo ba de a mo ma obrani amane emma meto Ghana fo so mo fa tete meto Ghana fo so obi tu mu 6.47 na no wade brani atete beto Ghana fo so a wa wo beji akonwa no wundi bre bia wo nko ba bia wo boso me miensa pe no wo to mu 14.75 for just the first quarter obi atumu the entire year 6.47% wo just for the first quarter wo to mu 14.75 what you say mo yeze ma wo reset the country reset ben no reset ben na wo de yekono ye ka kire Ghana fo ye kachire Ghana for ebra ne nam aye bontoa no ye se sa wo se wontimi na wo maame ntena na nya wo maame kura sa MPP aban na wo se wontimi ne ntena na nya NDC eno ne ehun sunsunso ne ye hunu no na de eme ya ne se ye ne a ya nkwa nkoto aban fa omo no ye nyina ye ba betua bi ye ne a ye tifia ye kan se oh me de obi ho ahinti ehyan ho ahi Dr. Patrick Boachi Adom ho ahi ona bukwa kuku ate ho ahinti wan kwa nkoto abama no na wan san tu bia ma Dr. Alagba Muruba omia am MPP anto aso no ye nyina ye ba betua bi we all day inside eno ne ade e me ya senka ade ye segregate na ye yiyi mu ne ama omo koto sa aba no atwia ehun sika no na ye ne ya anto sa aba ne bi no ye de ye ho atoya nanka eno nanka be ye de pa na so ye se abato ho osusanso eno ti na bireduro bia ne ye ba ne ye bonto ne ye ka se memfa wansena ho abufuo na mbiri wukuro enne Ghana fo ya chi ani so enne aban we a wote a wo praise sa aban we a on fere no aban we azan obi azan koko akuafo nyina wazan obi azan koko akuafo obebunu bi otifie menua bi otifie a onyam mugidie se mahama is the hope ononi ye need aso odi yasempa na bo 24-hour economy no makon masika mo de by the entire year 24-hour economy mu flagship policy ma mo so ene wote a wonya kokuduro se na memu papa
maka and mesa reinforce se me reinforce say NDC for anomo illegal mining at this time.
You have
and you be na say
you have evidence.
Na me say you be na say majidema maka cho say me will record na this and they boldly tell you that na nkofo ba ko ni ye bi no mama a peace of mind do mabobo me natural. Are you saying the minister doesn't know, national security doesn't know, NIB does not know, and besepani ko na ba atase you are trusting in partisanship sa be this ABC ne
ndi anya ne banyansa fo
ya anya ne banyansa fo ana aboy so ye opposition no ya kutia sa na ya ba power and call for the I'm saying go to Nkawie and go and check the level of illegality in terms of mining or and go and check the people who are doing it. But catch your last week. So if we don't start approaching these issues, na ka say oh na ya power mo ya power mo me hu say e ko bi so mo aban correct political year tita attention. When I can say politicians tita attention. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Who told you that politicians in Kwaneshe the guy who approached me at Wase Kropong, calling on me to bring 30,000, no 1 million, no a politician. The approach should be holistic. They be that we skew because of a certain interest. Yeah, but see a good nipa binu and mass and cry. I can't hear since you fancy. You say politician be on so your man yourself. Say I could move for the dinner, move for dancing.
Presser, the Land Minister Emmanuel Alma Kofi-Boa broke down after watching a clip of the devastation caused to rivers and forest reserves by galamsey activities. He says he's overwhelmed by the level of destruction meted on the environment by these illegal miners.
I was emotional. I couldn't, I've watched that video after the operations. I watched that video, and every time I watch it, I get emotional because I cannot believe that we have Ghanaian citizens that will decide that this is how they are going to make money. And I believe every Ghanaian should be emotional as I am. I was trying to avoid it.
Giving details on the findings by the ministry, he said Akunta Mining Company is not only engaging in galamsey activities, but also also selling concession in their boy forest to illegal miners for money and gold.
This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate, selling assets of their boy forest reserve to illegal miners for a staggering 300,000 Ghana cedi per concession. One representative of Kunta Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shaq, who are to oversee the devastation of their Boys Forest Reserve in the Tano River. As part of the agreement between Akonta Mining and the illegal miners, a weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of Akonta's collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. Here is how it works. Part of the 300,000 Ghana cedi fees goes to the Akonta Mining, a portion goes to Sahari and Shaq and their cohorts, and another portion goes to the forestry and security officials, according to investigators. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid.
He has ordered an immediate revocation of Akonta Mining's license and interdiction of all persons involved in this illegality.
In light of the overwhelming evidence, I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akonta Mining with immediate effect. I've directed the Forestry Commission officials connected to these illegalities be immediately interdicted pending further investigations and prosecution. Security agencies have been notified to investigate security officers who have had dealings with Akonta Mining in this particular forest reserve.
Providing some updates on the ongoing police clampdown on galamsey activities, the minister said at least 51 persons have been arrested with excavators and a number of ammunitions.
The operation in compartment 19, which began at 5 a.m. on that day, lasted for a whopping 12 hours. And the last 3 days has also continued. So far, 51 arrests have been made, 8 Chinese national, 39 Ghanaian, and 4 women. So far, we have seized about 30 excavators. 5 have been required impounded at the operation base. 2 pump action guns loaded with 5 and 2 rounds of BP cartridges each. 1 single barrel gun retrieved. We have confiscated 2 Toyota Hellos pickups, 1 Toyota RAV4, 4 motorbikes, and a cache of mining equipment. All suspects have been transported to Accra and in the custody of the Ghana Police Service pending prosecution.
Meanwhile, calls still persist for government to halt the deportation of foreigners involved in galamsey and allow them to stand prosecution. James Avaji's
abusianfo memamu nyina akwa basronko ena nyubre nso edmo esan eba RAZ Media GH so ebio meda abusianfo asese mabodom na maba ntem te ene mo betumi ache show no nyina enkopem se yebewie enenso yaba no yaba idie na yaba yete se de da bia meka no akrante ne ba o se yaba idie na yaba yentwa ye ho ba ko na yensam na sisia
ntie wie ye chepad ye da tokra so onyo so Ghana for people share ye the active this time around share this is pardon in here tomorrow move by force no when you grab it share mahama e tokuna also no afa for video, Miss Moon Shamanisi. What big video be a shamanisi, me and you moments three. Hey, can I tell you when you must do, Mahama? We any must papa, waste of money. To say a two Udron, the mamma of watch and the go for the home. Yeah, twattles, women, and I thought, hey, you're done. There, my rubber father, the way the yay, Mahama. Just say, oh, well,
Okay, yes. I already got go pardon I show and then you chapart Ghana mine Ghana buying the oil so chapart pardon I check. A chapart will be any we be mo your bow GB. I escading as him. We be man so dear not their share Unkosiana send out the pania war. As so guma not their kuma mahama not their coen near. Eh, asebo Yahuna man. I push out for me, Mamma Quaba, Bill, Edemoba, media and so. Say, and a beshas here, a dear Jumano, Ashishaso. Eti, the Edikan, Mediasida, and in chair, me Miss B, Mamma, Memoa Quaba. Sanso den chair, Soma, Miriam Francis Walker, when so Michel Yepa. Me mammy, by the butchery, Michel Yepa, and Mammy Afro, Afro Michel Pa. Edin we da bia me bɔ na me ketrema arimi yawu Isaac me chia oye pa amoni udin ya na odi ache me ya ma kene du sia me wi mo akwa ma me Vivian Kuma me chia oye pa me wi Ivan Sankama me chia oye pa me wi Kofi Frank ya me chia the sister Esther K Badima also me chia mo akwa sononko to this platform Facebook for so I owusu aye enemy kujo donko pechacha munyina ama munyina akwaba busua said da bia RAZ metasia meka no ya meka nyina ne se waba no don't enjoy the video alone I bomodene na like video no na share so ka ho said the beya onamfofo nso ba beka ye ho na ye nyina ya che video na share ene your first time nso a Sabio, what PM our platform we so I mean say ha ebe ye wote because I had here and sempa kwa and I de ba nti mesro say subscribe say the be your babeka abusuakuo eno ho say the be ya da bia no ya ba life wa wonso no ubenya nkrato ene nkrabo say ya ba na wonso no aba beka ho bi na de adwuma no ahyehye so na adwuma no atumi akonanim na nsempa no akwa koduru ba bia ese na efata se ewo sanye den enko na enkonkoduru abusiamfo ene mimma ya mabai emu eduru ene yebekasa afa NDC fo ne entrobinum ene propaganda bia omo ahyeda ekreti edi deceive amamfo Some of the other trouble ten, a yen some ahudo mienu. Sansem you and a ne, Quebec Safa. First of all, Chama wontumi, on ye galamsey de la. And this ya buying a per se, on say, Chama wontumi, the Juma, because Amunim say, Chama wontumi, one of the biggest financiers, Emma Dr. Lahaji Muhammad Baumia. And this if one himself chama wontumi eye nipa bia ono ene de ni sika ni radios eto ho ede ye adwuma ede ma sabio ampipi amanyoko no nti omo target no enye nne omo target no enye nne but say oni archive kakra ewo ho a wanhwe yi a na ma nkrofo wei won senkeka ne entro ne nkontompo na omutwa no afa onomum na wanhwe na wakwa akwaji adi se sabio chama wontumi ese Ghana yensu entisa ene I will give you the genesis of everything. I want to say yes indeed the NDC is an enemy to any Ghanaian entrepreneur sabio ojina ne nan so unless say we ye ai mahama niwia anaso ye NDC ni eno nso mpo so we NDC ni kura po na wujira wonan so kese na wo pro mahama so a they try to bring you down. So today I'll bring you the genesis of what is going on. So the bay Alberto wants to say, Sabu, Chama won't to me na yadi any sinisono. Yadi any asiniso because of Dr. Baumia. Timmy Yepa. Chama won't to me na yadi any asinisono. Yadi any asiniso because of MPP party no. Esi hono. Chama won't to me na yadi any asinisono. Yadi any asiniso because ye nim say. Oye nipa bi o gyina na nan so tumi boa ampipi amanyokuo no ma ampipi amanyokuo no and gyina na nan so na onya sika e de na adwuma. Until that I'm coming to bring you the genesis of what actually is going on between Chairman Wontumi and the NDC power holders of today. Your time, sabio or time, because Ibrahim Mahama any John Danamani Mahama or more target Chairman Wontumi. Rebecca Wansempa, if you want so na yakwako kasafa papa bi yese friend attorney general papa na John Danamani Mahama bedi akonwa ye ni so ya attorney general nyina ne se wo ye sabio lawyer ni edema aban ai no mu no se aban wo case bi a wo na ugina oman nanim na wo defend oman no papa wo betena akonwa mu enkrofo na omo abokro no enkrofo na omo awia oman ne sika akwa we say we yi omo nyina ansem no ato agu because to him no there is no case say omo bedi akiri nti no omo nkofie meka ato forcing meka sabio or Dr. Puninom meka Collins Daudanom meka ato forcing na oye finance minister no omo di oman ne sika wo senka oman lawyer de hai nka wonyina wo nan so nka wo nko emfa nje sika no emfa ma oman no but papa no so no de da bi ontumi enje sika no mfa magana man na mbom no obi a waye adwuma nya ne ho since years a oye sikani oye defo no sa nipa no mom na ye kodi na chi akodi ntro said the idea sisira da pa no the same thing the same allegations asem eni ho na ye twade ato nipa so enti ye ba be wura na ya bobo videos na ya church nsem bi mu na obi atene ho ase se Chairman Wontumi enye galamsey de la ai Mr. Adubuahe onye kromfo in fact nsema e bobo ba ne se attorney general no Mr. Ayini onokura ya sake no because wagu sabio the seat or the office of the attorney general no wagu na nimase enti no ya tetene se yi no na answer be wudam no Dr. Baumia kan sembi papa no obo adwuma pa Dr. Bo adwuma pa sabio this time sa ayi thank you to na papa ne kono obo adwuma yie pa adwuma na obo no so ani yie pa nensem a oka ne wo thank you to na ase no ayeden ewura nipa etimu pa. The people can go out there and say Baumia is denying his boss. I mean, Abusia nenye MPP for ntiame ba ho na denka NDC for pa ntiame ba. Matise nkrofo bi no ma sha ase ka say Dr. Baumia e deny na nado enti sa adamiwa. Dr. Baumia ay consistent. What is any supporters pepe. Yensin so mu ansana ya ham. Into whatever Dr. Baumia is saying today, Okano, brand new power. Tieni pa na fatuti. Yadi ile viba, Dr. Baumia se on tiasie. Me kwa meti hai. Ile vi, ehu hia pa asenke de beba. But Dr. Baumia can say that be, ya mayam fama, ebe ha Ghana for. And I yede ba ye. There is no, to me, my point of view, he live in a yede ba ye. Problem ni hu, because Oman bi obekomu bia he live no ewo ho wo ye transactional aban etel tax ho but Baumia heard the political surroundings no and who said that be he live in the bar emwa MPP amanyoko no in the election nti odi kan preach can say my mfama and still ye the bar that restructuring now you're very necessary to do it. Very necessary to do it. Dr. Kasen Kamayan Farmer, but still sign by. Any problem say be a doctor cancer na yentio. It is good because the abandoned and say he was finding a way to bring back the economy. It is a doctor Barbontain no can sema odi can dada. Ne be a wo no wabubu nuegu asum. Na won't de na oka. And now dear politics na wo ye no. No one say when we say actually post na wafa. No be jina na de TNT Ubetumi ejina baby I can say Dr. Bawumia denying Nanado. Dabi, he's not denying him. Doctor has always been consistent on his point of views. Edi bia na yemo and among things a man sim can kind near my who near ma who be a moment home ensua bibim film nambom de amobet tibia na modern would are not trying to understand exactly what is behind. Doctor has always been a consistent man on many of the initiatives yede buy. Aye. Entabusia munya sanke kankekano doctor yena juma yen sem na all kind of thank you to. That is the right way to go. I would say you have to admit of your errors before people can forgive you. And Papa said, now we were having power, arrogance of power. He is right. Me amiti hai. Me we are sabu SKB TV. Any kaifobunma yaka yakasa ema MPP amanyoku. Say nye power, nye arrogance of power. And come here ye chia kwan. Ema ye information kurasan kese che munju na mfanto kofe nom. But I am saying power na be wuro mumuntu. They did not care. They thought say they are winning. I many people kura kwatan TV so radio so can say sabu Facebook ni YouTube and to aba. As I them tie na ye mesere pa to aba pa. Because these are all examples of power, arrogance of power. And the doctor can there or the neka sa na call ye. Na mbome ni papa a man with the bold any nipo to me jina na nine so can say me ye mistake or ha my nye way ye ain't no manu me home or no una utimi can be bisa a nipa da sani to me jina na nine so can say me dia chow me do bani chow yani mighty yani mawo hoi we are the be emfata na wan to me nyina wo nan so wende anka nkyere wo yire ana wo mpra say why ye mfonso a emfie aduonu emfie aduasa na oda so kai sa asem no me bo ana memboa ai ma me no mon kan kyerem yes anete enti the doctor can it is true they are the right things to say to admit your mistakes so that people can accept you. That is all. So I don't know where this cover by and Dr. Bawumia is denying Anado and all those things. A bullshit. Who's supposed to be on there? Some videos now I'm for you now I'm forgetting that they don't know what they are talking about. Which I'm from one confirm. Say me. Say me sound no a good. I'm mean try or say me sound no good. I ain't messing more. Abusia. Mama yentu ya adwene mu. They mu say Dr. Bawumia a very experienced politician. Anything that he's doing today, he knows what he's doing. Papa no. Why campaign for 2 times? That is 8 years. And what science were did what science were the vice president for another 8 years? And then Baba better opposition. And you can experience politician in Ghana today. Dr. Bawumia is one of them. And the Oka be on him the Oka. And in some na man for can abontin and I didn't hear oh yes sana dabi. In some no cano, it is a way to admit of your mistakes and your errors so that people can accept you back. So Bawumia, any MPP paying for congratulations for what you have decided to do, to come out boldly and show say you are men and you know that you have done mistakes. That is the way a man should behave. Entiabusia doctor de do ye bia na yetenase na momemmo doctor video kitwa we ye wi a na ya hyase on chairman wontumi
na MPP na ye koto abano na nkabom no na eni ho papa enyesa na yankasa against each other na NDC ebo ewo radio ewo TV towards the 2-3 weeks to the election. So now omuni campaign, but playing our own language back to us. Intina ehia say ye campaign she say ye internal contest. Don't bring down your opponent such that you cannot campaign for that opponent.
Yes, etiyeria yebra panyini ye bibia ya ankasa ye future president of the republic, January 7th, 2029. Sa papa we obeye mene we ye president. Ye written. Mahama 4 years you know kuro ntimi ntwawe. Ai. Etu yam pipi ni a kan ahonya hye na hu say yes we are going ahead for a power and it is done. Papa we Ghana for atona we. Because sabre we ya yako opposition no. And a Ghana for be who said na do ne na mind of war, womo home faso. Any juma palm ye de ma Ghana mind. Okay. Interbusia 2029, 7 January, Papa we had the Bejina Ghana for nyina nim asweno. Amanaba bedi o mind Ghana nim. O ma bedi Ghana so o bedi Ghana nim at the yanya day. Ako. Sabio Boshe assassin so. Ono na wonim dear. Ono na Ghana for nyina e believe in him. Ono na MPP for dinner tino munim sa papa no wonim dear ni nyansa obetimi akora. Sabio Ghana man no. And I can say MPP amanyoko ninye party bia omoba power omoba for the MPP supporters alone. MPP for net sisa Ghana for ye shebre. Yes, President J for national insurance, school feeding program, mass what them call matro max. Why baby another than call kufuado. Free SHS, digital address system, Ghana ID card. Yeah, Ghana ID card. Nana de buy. Ebetimi abobo akoma ye nwie da. Ai. Nana ne diri nyina buy. Planting for food and job. One district, one factory. Just anything that concerns about development there. Ewo my Ghana mu. Wontumi nka abra wonfa. MPP amanyuko no enka ho. So Ghanaians who experience Mahama for 4 years and 2028 December 7th. And you be na beka show so munkoto aba emfama nipa or the drone delivery system and medicine delivery system by drones about my moa abrofu air copy e dey free ne ho ai normal the normal say doctor will continue from 2029 7th January fashion team now young people here now homo so feel to be an MPP person. Be proud of being an MPP person because Nipo mo Ghana nyina and na me no ka say omusu. Ghana for anasumu for 8 good years so. But just in 3 months, a man for omu fish adan momone. But I am a for fish adan momone e wo mu fridge. And na ayo skanika. Courses are man for yen online and I'm new technology. Mahama nti a man for course lessons so mun to me follow because be ko feel na light ni ho. And this any power we they are getting and they are understanding what is happening in the country. In the 2028 7 December no enye obi e na ko kan chiro obi say sesa wonsa na enye obi na ko kan chiro obi say so do free na koto aba. You wake up early in the morning and you go and lie at the polling station to vote. And you see the Yankopon by Biano, Yam Fanasa, Ono, any name the oye. Ah, and I want to say, you see the Yankopon by Biano, Yam Fanasa, because Ono, and no name dear oyo. Now, a false di ukosia, na o CSC wo ye we ye. Na wasan e de wa be den aba be kire saa bre no mo de wo ba na de wo be kire a enipa e be fom aba wo nchen se ye ba be yiw an enipa be sore waka ne ya tonyom abose e de ahia because ye de wa sia ye wo yie e na fe de ye de wo be kire amansan te se de obai kwa akọware edi kan ko siesie wo for long time e wo fie Actually, answer na what? Get the wo ababonten. Ma ukunu ahu. Na ukunu ahyia wo afam. Saa kana doctor ene Ghana for ya wade no ebeye. Doctor ekosiesie no ho na wasan aba. Tie nwumwe.
Dear baako esa ha adwene se.
No.
Oyi eto miensa.
Dabi, mon forget mon fan cheme. So be a proud MPP supporter and don't look at the bullshit amount for a publish it. Miriam Khalifa Jabe me mwakwaba, Mame Diana Pia me mwakwaba. Mame Retapia was me mwakwaba, Sisi da forcing me mwakwaba ye pa. Badu Amponsa me ma wonso akwaba ye pa. Yes. Nena ye sister Monica Mame Tutua wonso me mwakwaba ye pa. Sami Jasi from Hamburg, Mame Georgina Bonsu me mwakwaba. Evans Kofi Ankama me mwakwaba. Wisdom Adise wonso me ma akwaba ye pa. Abusia for after ya love your party now you feel proud of being an MPP supporter. Now let's get into what brought us here today. Abusia for encheni bia ena papa bi esi oye Minister of Land and Natural Resources. I say friend Kofi Amaboa. Papa na mempese mebom kwase speech bia omaye. The final day of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the parliament. Mempese mebo sa video because etima kuma. Osman Fatiu me mwakwaba pa. Ena bra panyi kwesi asam a wonso me mwakwaba. Abusia like a video na share video na yenko your name. Yes, like it. Papa we ya ye frene Honorable Kofi Amanu or whatever is his name. Akwa we ya Nana Addo. The last day in parliament, Odin Anado and Nim a year from Kikan the Ompe Echireno. Papa Wayne Mahama born in Somra Maye, Minister of Land and Natural Resources. And Chebiana Kwawi Ebetna Abansayanim Aosu. Ebisa I didn't tear Osua or sit Tamawun to me. I say Tano Forest. Any Tano River no Tamawun to me kwa say ni na Kevin Kujo be mwakwaba. Papa be can say me asemi ya asembia na yenti ase how can you come and say Tamawun to me? I say Ghana a Tano River no Tamawun to me kwa was say ho ba bia. Okaya can say he want to revoke Lancesa Tamawun to me the year Jumano or be revoke. Because Tamawun to me is say Ghana yensase. Nabusian for intro. First of all, Tamawun to me akuntamines any concession. It was a Tano River ho. Yemfe no to nchena unti asye because bra Tamawun to me na ope concession ewo Tano River nchen ho no. Saa bere na MPP amanyoko na tie akonwa so. Yam farmer no ye kan say ho yes forest reserve. Eye nsuo ho enti ma obi aman ne ho. Enti yamfa concession bi anye den amman wo ho. Right? Now make I said brother na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo tie akonwa so. And this for eba bonten first time me be can say Tamawun to me and na Akunta mines or more ye mining e was sa Tano River and Chenho Mokai. I think say you believe and I'm okay so Emma Nanado Ankasa Babontin the country Ghana for say Ayamina Mema lances the natural resources in the country no Esho Nanado Ninsase Sabra no ye president no into ono nimpe face Akuntamane any concession e was sa area ho. Enti nsam na ndisi fo eka no eye ntro eye boss de muka ye pese yengu Tamawun tumi na nimase na ye mfam foforo se MPP fo mom na say Ghana ye nsase ne yensuo. Anado beka asem wei and this for etwa pam omo atiato say nanado e defende chama wontumi na enye nokre na enye nokre na enye nokre miwia ye komu ye and this for ye de omo beye nyina at the end of the day bibia be see say saa asem na amanfo ka fa chama wontumi ho no. It doesn't make sense because ono no chama wontumi no any even concession and as ba bia yetu on this site ankasa e water no river no enche. But still and this for pa hey cruise you fucking no cruise omunye papa omunye ni papa and this for kofa picture bi buy say so far as chama wontumi any China ni bi atwa picture ne there e kire say chama wontumi eh ye galamsey e water no river enche. Me get me yepa picture we ye da hoy ta picture we ye da hoy obaye dan na wagina picture we so determine say this picture was taken near the Tano River. Me with all what I have, with all the instrument with all the computer, with everything that I have, you know, I can never determine say that picture we you can Tano River change. But then this for this picture we security on the social media say so far as a chama wontumi a oye owner of a mining of yes small scale mining no chama wontumi kita company it said the angro gold for no be ono ye big miner ankasa you find a large scale mining ono na yi the CEO na sabio so on China ni be a picture at his site that can connect to chama wontumi say a Tano River and now say no. Tio, you listen to the how these people how you see how they reason. But why this for fast reason? Obia one company sabio uko even angro gold kurana China for year juma angro gold for Italy for year juma angro gold for America for year juma angro gold for China wontumi no on the site obetumni China for year juma. And so ni China ni picture. Na utumi di jinaso kase because of that intino chama wontumi eyobia or say Tano River it tell me credit say we NDC supporter pa ai makao me say mami Diana come stay hey mami Diana Rivers what is saying e kama me timi ho ase say we NDC supporter pa because sa picture we here da hoyi sa picture we here da hoyi. There is no way to me alenke amwadwene ahu se chama wontumi picture we twa no Tano River nche. But then this for e dey ye propaganda e wo media no so. Me video na do ka magana fo nyina te se na du nsi amwakwa ba sanso na Deborah Chei mame amwakwa ba yie pa. Sa video na do ka ye Emma obiate ne ho ase se chama wontumi nye galamsey no. Me mpese me bo video because you want same baby can't I just want to keep on pushing na yenko ya nim. Na abusiamfo chama wontumi di kan asem we kire Ghana for but yampa ntie when we in opposition. When we were in power. Chama wontumi kan Ghana for nyina tie ho ase se John Mahama ne niwia omo target no because they don't make I told you say the NDC as a party they don't believe and they don't want to see any Ghanaian individual Ghanaian sabio ne niema esi ne yie wa brabom ti say the road nse be ye no saa na omote so niema koyie e wa brabom a you become the main enemy of these guys. The amfa picture into because me the picture way mean to me you should picture way in case chama wood to me eye galamsey. Now when you were in power sa propaganda we ba bonten ema yetumi kele no na before ansa na ye ba beto aba no chama wontumi ka asem we ti asem we ansa tie
wontumi ni made na bra behwe enura wotie mesoma obi ma ne call Ibrahim fie no owo Ibrahim fie ho behwe jubilation ne threat ahodoa Ibrahim mahama all threat ye be gu wontumi ye first ayi ye wontumi ye be gu wontumi na djuma bia ye be gu na me maguma djuma dadawo mugu no onyakopo amakwan wote ase ade abode mo sabeka no wote ase ndc ya patu prene nkanka omo ma we no wote ase the ringworms wote ase and the best omo we no onyakopo sa to make kabom wote ase no wasa de asira me awon pem so wote ase etime hunya hu anipa be mponie wote ase
eti asem we ya chama wontumi kan wo hai sauti oskani ni amwakwa abapa asem ya chama wontumi kan hai na nya agro no na odio brand e wo power no they were already threatening the man say some people who super power omobegu na juma. Now, I want to bring you the genesis of why they are after Chama Wontumi. I met up. Abusia, ye can't get them say, and this is for, and ye get them say, pa. Chama Wontumi, our mining company, it is different from Galamsey. Munkona munko bisase Kumasi Pete, what is the name? Oh, akwa we koko broni pete bi o Kumasi no. Joseph Yamin, ene o hefa. O she wuda motugara. O pambo, o sofo pambo kwasi ampanyini o tugara. Ono Galamsey eno tu. The media for nankasa Mr. Asari Donko amayati ya huase se papa ne research on Galamsey for many years amayati ya huase se NDC for ne what the western region of mutu Galamsey se Ghana nso nyina 80% to huase se eye winch hunting ene ye de tata Chama Wontumi eye winch hunting no eye winch hunting ankasa ena ye de tata Chama Wontumi Chama Wontumi nye boni bia Chama Wontumi ense nsuo bia Chama Wontumi enne site bia Watano River ho na mbom no Chama Wontumi ne boni a waye nyina ne se odi party papa chi. This is not the first time enye we na ye bre di kan a ya mas Chama Wontumi na so aye hye enam so di MPP achi a happen pain one to form ai omo treteno sa omena media NDC achi sa wa ma media NDC achi nko ade a omema na dwuma sei osi dabi ono no asore osi party sem amanyo sem to him no ete se osom ba bia na fuma ewo no ehwa anowo ma me frimpo mo akwaba ma me adwo ase wa nso mo akwaba Chama Wontumi no de ekoso wo man num no eye entrone ye pese ye nse no because enye sa MPP for benya grounds e dia building in the Ashanti region na anoma bi ebohudema wo masum eno me nka ho asem amanfo binum atrete yanka se yenkrofo binum atrete Chama Wontumi se they will show him where the power lies. Sankrofo no mo ye adwuma man DC. I don't know. So mo share chire dia eno so ho asem beba. Chama nye boni o. The only boni a Chama ye and say he's supporting a good party. Now you know what? One will say, yes, say a woo, now we a square. Ultima me a triangle though. Ube now a square. And this NDC for the way that their party was built. Ayen trotrasem any amount for Juma go. And a yo mumoja, a yo mu DNA. They can never change. Said the Kumasi former, a dready former, Kumasi fast and tia can find no mudi or when I'm so more brew moja when you're more. Now running se buy or see there be your second and yen pet. What to be that? I am also my gugu a man for Numa. And I'm so me a man for Japadi free one sem. It's the same thing now, or day by. Aye. Unim so now a judge. Now Sam no back court. Now be one no can no cure woman. Ye knew a dear near coon. Said the rodents here, you know. The same thing. Yes, history does only repeat itself. Aye. When you Deuteronomy na me who know a historical. Omusuni or mobile ensi sanda jata osibo upamani na wuramu na wuramu enamu nyina ensa onwe ahabanda. That is their character. Now abusiamfo, let's go back to what I was talking about. Chama wontumi target ni target no. Na chama wontumi ankasa aba abonten abekyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm num. What actually happened and why they are after him. Me pese wontie de chama e kan wo ha na fa bi two team. Said the be ase e ba na be kan cho se chama wontumi ye galamsey. Odo na ese ta no nso a watumi anya akoko duru aka hye nipa ne se wo yare wabodam. Chama wontumi no, he is the only Ghanaian na sankwasi a gold board na omo ate no omfa ni gold nkoma omo temiye pa chama wontumi ni gold obetu ni wo minum no as a large scale miner no sa sami jamfi krono board na omo ate no he is not part of it. And first of all, they are against him. Now yase kaku yajini kwa kuanum yaba beto aba nsem we koso me pese wo hwe video we kakrai na yento asote
mama na ukwa usro say the other year me nyina no still have me that's who hold me captaincy say I'm still remain as a captain. Like I said, me ba konta mining. Me guru na matwaro ye. Na me akwa wu me usro me. Oya president kra na oba national security for no mo negotiate with me ansa no aba. Now you negotiate with me ansa no enter. Now who just wontumi yetim ketwa. Wo say obetima. No man na desi and this for no. Na me no ye na this for to make say obi to bi no o pa na mo nya ye omo ye one na ye do me untumi de oboa untumi mi nsro na problem run na untumi mama se me nu mi anu gira ho ya fa so da fodi wachi na hwesa me wachi me a say me ba ye ya na juma ye we will push ubati me a push untumi na even illegal legal no what is the difference? The difference is that
enti abusia se wate enti if you listen to this video well they were already planning to go after Chama Wontumi when we were in the campaign, and Chama Wontumi was aware of that. Chama Wontumi was already aware of the fact that they are coming after him. So he sounded a warning to them. Said they cannot do nothing to him. Now no. Tio.
it could even open
Sa kwasi ampanyin we akwa we kwasi ampanyin we. Oye comedian no. Okay, yen ni say. Su we ya papa we be su no national TV show ne television so no. It is only 2/10. Na muntie me ye. Because sansem obeka ye ni nyina no eye ade a ya hye da tenase. Aprane akuku ena ya yeden ya besele e de amagana fo. Unim say TV3 Joy News any Orient TV no ne media houses we ya komo microphones esisi akwa we ya nimi no, they are all part of the NDC agenda to lie, to orchestrate, say media feed why. That is what they are doing. Enti akwa we san kwase ade we obegina media fo anim ebesu ne kire Ghana fo no eye 2/10 tiemiye ada say ye ne ya so no ankasa ni nwia Ghana ni ba abre ni mojam aye adwumaden anya ne ho na enam politics nti ye begu na dwuma ana se tiemiye o eye ne ya se enkwase adwuma ete se ye di asoma no se onumom ena omedi animu mi yatemiye pa sa press conference we akwa we be ye no e ade bia ye share that na ase dan mu e chichire ye ekuku ye etoton ye e dane no e ma ne bene kama ene ye de ba abonten na ye de ba abonten ne san kofa ye nkorofo na etua won kan in opposition a yaba power ye sen tu omoka so omomra na omomegi emfa nkoma masses no omuntie enti papa wo ye oti hoyi. There is only 2 reasons tia no su. Me say 1, and say ada say ebia no ye nipa kakra. Enti na ye ne ya say ono anka se ni nwia Ghana ni ba abre ni mogya ma ye adwumaden. Wanya ne ho aduru ba bia waduru. Na ena mamanyo sem tie pese ye nse na adwuma. Ana say na osu because of say enkwase adwuma ete saa ye de ahye ne nsa so mra meye. This could be only the reason why this stupid man was crying, because some na papa ne beka ye ni nyina ye ntro temiye pa some na papa ne beka ye no ni nyina ye ntro because akunta mines any concession bia e water no river nchen na video we bia na unya hu amemo kakra nchero video.
the presser. The Lands Minister, Emmanuel Kofi-Boa, broke down after watching a clip of the devastation caused to rivers and forest reserves by galamsey activities.
Anyway, sa video na yesi akwa we hu ya osi osu no. E video dada o. E video wa ye 2022 video wa okuja tabra kwa jimi kwasi ampanyi ne dia ko Metro TV anopa kwa ye show pen. And babies will shout it to babies on cry mode. Sa video na omo boy no e 2022 video ye yi no Ghana media so 70 time na Joy News for more yankopo betua moka an cocaine media sa fe na mo president aba an cocaine president ni cocaine media ye mo ma no eso akowe kata na ni su entro su. Now they have video we are. Then we will dig deep into what wontumi said about why Mahama is chasing him.
He says he's overwhelmed by the level of destruction meted on the environment by these illegal miners.
I was emotional. I couldn't, I've watched that video after the operations. I watched that video, and every time I watch it, I get emotional. Because I cannot believe that we have Ghanaian citizens that will decide that this is how they are going to make money. And I believe every Ghanaian should be emotional as I am. I was trying to avoid it. But
Giving details on the findings by the ministry, he said Akunta Mining Company is not only engaging in galamsey activities but also selling concession in their boy forest to illegal miners for money and gold.
This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves but has become a criminal syndicate, selling assets of their boy forest reserve to illegal miners for a staggering 300,000 Ghana cedi per concession. One representative of Akunta Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shaq, who are to oversee the devastation of their boys forest reserve in the Tano River. As part of the agreement between Akunta Mining and the illegal miners, a weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of Akunta's collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. Here is how it works. Part of the 300,000 Ghana cedi fees goes to the Akunta Mining, a portion goes to Sahari and Shaq and their cohorts, and another portion goes to the forestry and security officials, according to investigators. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid.
He has ordered an immediate revocation of Akunta Mining's license and interdiction of all persons involved in this illegality.
In light of the overwhelming evidence, I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akunta Mining with immediate effect. I've directed the forest.
Abusia asem ya papa we kan bia na ye ntro e ade bi omo ahye da pena ne se omo pese omo mfa nye chama wontumi because chama wontumi enye galamsey wo ho. Now let's go deep into the story. Brana mahama ye aban in 2012-2013 odi ade we a opese mfa me ye chama wontumi odi kan de bi ye chama wontumi ofre chama wontumi ma chama wontumi ko ni fie e wotamale ono ni di nkomo otrete no se wa mama ye NDC ni a obegu na djuma chama standi boat e ka kire mahama se madjuma me ye no me ye the only Ghanaian na me competing with the foreign companies se ugu madjuma you will bring unemployment. But still, John Dariga Dramani Mahama Timi Katana ni on the expense of Ghanaian poor workers and no muye Juma Dema Chama wound to me about 5,000 people. Egu Chama in a Juma. SSR Chama wound to me the excavators. SCZ the pickups are hoodwunya. Now, it is so sad to say a full minister of a state me Bahama de ne to ho aba amamboaso a full minister of state to me a base on PSA so eba be press conference and the Ghana for say this is the reality. Minister, answer and Kobaba Bontiaba Beka Sadia Chregana for no. Now why your investigation from 0 to 100? Are we aware of whatever? Now what concrete evidence to support what you are saying? But then who ye? Papa we here say for China ni kwa champagne ni be a yako interview na and this for TS kama and say on kase akonta. And also and a sabio a full minister of state, etimi be gyina Ghana fo nyina anim at their press conference. No one that said, yeah, the one the assembly court to an abuaka or Muslim. And now, let's go back to John Mahama. The John the year wontumi time ago, no. And the same thing, and that's one person on fire, no. Now, say, interview way. Me pese me no nyina yentie. Paul Adomochire, interview wontumi a time ago. Tell me yepa, me pese, you know, I want the political arena of the day, you know, enye clean. The reason why I pese be enye clean is say, me pese so you MPP supporter, when you're proud of yourself, because our allegations be at it say no. Ebetimi egu abam sa den chama wontumi so na wo say yenso e na wo say yensa ase MPP ni panyin na wo ye ade sa minka se MPP fo bi no nye galamsey o MPP fo bi no nye galamsey ai MPP supporter bi ote Western region hoba bi ono so tu galamsey ni bi because the nkrofo ne ye na no bi no ono so ye bese panyin bi wo party bi eya ade bia etimi bo sabi supporters no e kashe kakra because sabi me MPP supporter na means so yensa say na me bete say wo panyi na wudi manim wo party no wo ye galamsey a etima makoma pu so me pese Ghana for ne MPP supporters a mo platform we so monte mo ho ase say chama wontumi nya galamsey so be proud of who you are as an MPP supporter. And you just a political game no more. They just want to destroy the man. Because Mudibi, I am a pain. And Tiam Konko Tisha Mawuntumi, Obro no Ankasa, all kind of numasem. Dear John Dramani Mahama, any NDC for Eddie Yeno. Sa interview way, a Paul Adom Ochere, and a year, Chamawuntumi, Yaba, Neatuado.
Illegal mining. Before you joined politics in 2014?
Paul, as you have already asked me, mining is something I have benefited, and I was having a company called Hansol Mining.
Hansol, Hansol. Hansol, yeah.
Hansol Mining.
Yeah.
You know, I was the owner. That time, if you check the PMMC, you will see that I was the only Ghanaian company who was competing with Anglo Gold, BGL, Nemo Ghana, and stuff. I was making nobody at that time. So, unfortunately, one day I was there, then I had a call that President Mahama is calling me. So I went.
What year was this?
Was 2013.
President Mahama was president.
President Mahama was the president. Okay. So I had a call that President Mahama is calling me to castle. That time he was in the castle. So I
Vice President Mahama or President Mahama? Because President Mahama really never operated from the castle. He started from Jubilee House.
No, you don't know.
That okay, time, he was in the castle. Okay.
He was in the castle.
2013, early. Okay.
Yes, early 2013. I know. The time
Prof died.
Yeah, Prof died. You know. Then he was there before he moved to
the Jubilee House. Yeah.
To the Jubilee House. So he called. Then he said that.
So you met him?
I met him. That I was busy because I was going to see my workers and how they was. So
you didn't come to Accra to see him?
I didn't. I said to him, "You just call me." So
you mean he spoke to you directly on the phone?
No, he let somebody called me. You know, and I said to him, "Please, kindly tell him." So I was shocked. I said, "Me, President Mahama, want to talk to me?" About what? He said, yes, you are invited to the castle to meet him. Then he gave the time, blah, blah, blah. And I said, but now I'm on the way to my workplace, my company, Summer Boy. So the place I am, I cannot come. Then he said, okay, can I talk? Wait, hold on. Then I hold. Then he said that if you don't come on Friday, then you have to meet the president on Sunday in Tamale. And I say, okay. So in Tamale, I took one of airline. Then I flew to Tamale. Then I saw him. The time I reached there, all my company documents and everything was there.
Was in front of the president?
It's in front of him. You know, so that type of relative was there, and there was a guy.
Beblo Latte, then National Security Coordinator.
Yes, was there, and then his brother.
Which brother?
Peter Mahama was there.
Peter, yeah.
And the one they look alike, Alfred,
yeah.
Alfred Mahama was there, and some few people was there. Then he asked me, young man, how did you get all this money? I have all your documents. And I said,
how did you get all this money?
Yeah. Because all my documents. So he said, tell me the truth. And I said, I have nothing to hide. You know, for you to be small or big, you know, you have to work. So my work, the job that I do is a mining. I have a legitimate concession called Hansel and Akunta mining. So this is my document, and I have expatriates that they also work for me, and yeah. So he started opening. So he asked me, okay, tell me about mining. So I told him mining is not a bad thing. Every country need a mining. If you have a resources, you need it to develop, but you have to regularize it or make a good policy for it. But to me, I have a legitimate lances they have signed for me. This is my lances. So he see everything through. Then he said, oh, this guy, you are too smart, because that time I was making about $1 million a day. So if you go
that again, I don't believe that. That's why I said you said
go to PMMC.
You're making $1 million a day from mining.
From mining.
So what you do? You dig gold and you sell it abroad through PMMC?
No. What the money that you send, the money have to come back. That the money you send, the money will have to
send the money to where?
If you send the gold,
you send the gold, yes, and then
the money have to come back.
Yes.
So I told him that, Mr. President, do you understand about inflation? Do you understand it? We are the people. We are the kingpin of the inflation.
Okay, so the point you're making is that the miners are the core people who determine inflation.
The business people.
Yes, whether inflation is going to be high or low. So it's determined by these people.
Yes, because of the money I'm making. If you touch me, the Ghana economy will hit. So he touched me on the June 2013 June.
How did this conversation end before he touched you? This Tamale conversation, how did it end?
He told me that, young man, you are too intelligent. I want you to come to NDC to support me. And then I said to him,
you're speaking on the national platform. President Mahama,
I'm saying
maybe listening, or his people are listening.
Listen, the time
you have to be sure that what you are saying is correct.
I will never lie. Wontumi will never lie. And he knows. The time I went there, I went there with now he's a Bosonchi MPP chairman. You know, he was following me that time. Anywhere I go, he's the person. So I went there with him.
Where in Tamale did this meeting happen?
The residency.
Oh, the original minister's residence.
Yes, the residency. That's the place.
That's why usually the presidents go when they go to Tamale.
Yeah. No, he cannot say he didn't meet me. He cannot.
No, but did he tell you that you should come and support the NDC?
Oh yes, of course. It's normal. It's normal to tell the businessman if he have money, to say, come and support me.
Okay. So what did you say to that before the meeting ended?
I said to him, to me, I see politics as a religion. The place I come from, even if you have money, even if you have power and you have money and you don't belong to MPP, it's very dangerous. So to me, Mr. President, I don't want to say I don't want it. And that time when I look at my pocket, you know, I have money, so I'm brave, you know, to tell him that no, you know. So after that,
the conversation ended how? Yes, after that
it ended like okay, still the way. So he asked me, how can I employ everybody?
How can you, Chairman Wontumi?
No, how can
he, President Mahama, employ everybody
for Ghanaians to
benefit from this mining?
Yeah, how can we also stop the galamsey? Then
he raised galamsey with you at that time.
Yes, he said galamsey, and I said I'm not galamsey. He said they brought the letter that you are galamsey, and I said no, I'm not galamsey. This is my document, and check from your people that it said mahama,
yeah, the minister
who signed my document, and I said, listen, this is your minister, so call him to find us. So no, I'm not galamsey, because the people don't know. That is why they are. It's a large scale, the same as Anglo Gold. And Mr. President,
you are large scale miner.
I was large scale. I'm always a large scale.
Okay.
Even now, I have something called lithium and stuff. I have 9 large scale companies in Ghana, but I just don't.
Let's come back to how the conversation ended. So he said what?
So
employment. He was talking about employment.
Yeah. So I said to him, immediately you touch me.
When did he say he was going to touch you?
Yes.
You said he was talking about employment.
They said they brought you for me to stop you.
That you are galamsey.
Yes. This is exactly this. They said they brought you for me to stop you. So convince me. And I said, Mr. President, if you touch me, immediately you touch me, I have about 5,000 workers to 6,000 immediately. I will go home and I won't do anything. And also it will affect the people. Precisely, the GDP we are talking about, and it will hit the
inflation.
Yes, the inflation will hit it. And then he said that, you sure? And I said, but the government having opened a company before, ever since for Kwame Nkrumah time, just name it. I just want to see. And then said, you are very courageous, so I will meet you again. I will set a meeting for you to explain the mining for them to see. And I say, okay. So he sent the people to come and meet me.
So this is how the meeting ended?
Yeah, this is how.
That he reconvene another meeting.
Yes.
And then
so he convened. So that time, Nusa Fuseni was
the minister.
Was the minister. Then I had a call from one of his allies that they are going to attack your companies. So I called Nusa Fuseni and I said, Mr. Minister, this is the information I'm having, that the president is sending some people to go and attack my company. Please, I'm begging you. That time, Paul. That is, you know, when I was a child, like 17 years, my mom died when I was 17. That time, my mom was 38 years when he died. You know, next year's about 25 years, something like that. And when I say, when you ask me what is your bad day, is the day my mom died and the day former President Mahama destroyed my company. You know, he took my company like a Rambo style. You know, I was having about 500 excavators. They seized it.
500 is an interesting figure these days.
Yes.
500 excavators.
Yes, they seized it because...
So when you got the call, back to get the storyline well, when you got the call from, and you called Nusa Fuseni.
I called Nusa Fuseni.
And told him that you have heard they want to attack you.
Yes.
What did he say? Did he assure you that is not true?
He said that no matter what happens, we will try to protect you. So don't worry.
Okay, that's what the minister said.
Yes, yeah. This is what he said. Yeah. So I called him. So I moved from here to Western region.
Here being Accra or Kumasi?
From Accra. Okay. That time my office was in Tema.
So then you moved to Takrade, you said, from Accra.
Yes, so I moved
after this conversation.
After that,
did you alert your people that they are going to attack us? So when they come, be careful, something like that.
They told me they are not going. Okay. This was what the minister told me, that they are not going. But still, you know, the Bible said where your property is, where you know, that is the place your heart is. Yeah. So I was also trying to move to do what I can do. So that time Kofi Boakye was the regional police
in Ashanti.
No, in
Takoradi.
Takoradi.
Okay.
So I tried to go there. So immediately I got it. They said, Chairman, forget it, it's gone. And
that's what the DCOP told you.
Oh, he told me. He pointed blank to, he pointed blank. He said it's gone. Don't go there. If you go there, you might be killed. So stop. Don't go. And I said no.
He was already aware, or you briefed him?
No, the government, you know, the president Mahama himself cannot go and do it.
Yes.
You know, he have to work through the security agency. Of course, he also will receive calls and stuff like that.
As regional commander of Western Region, he was aware.
So he didn't give me detail.
No, he couldn't give you details.
He couldn't give me detail, but he just said immediately, I showed the documents to him and stuff. He said sorry. You know, he says sorry.
But you went to him because he was your friend?
No.
Why did you go to him?
I'm also a Ghanaian. I also want to...
Is the concession in Western Region?
Yes.
Oh, it is in Western Region. I thought it's in Ashanti Region.
No.
Oh, so it's in Western Region.
Okay, so I was showing my document to whoever.
All the influential people.
Because before it was going to... That time, Bavrolate has invited me to national security about 4 times.
For what?
That time a galamsey, you should accept that you are galamsey. And I said, no, I'm not galamsey. They said, how do you bring the Chinese people? And I said, I'm not ambassador in China. You should ask the Ghana ambassador to China.
Did you have Chinese people working for you?
Yes, that time, yes. I have the Chinese people.
Did you know Aisha Wang?
No, I never know him.
But you have Chinese people working for you?
I have the Chinese, because that time I have we have service support mining. I have a service support mining. So if you have a service support mining, the Minerals Commission can give you quota. You know, you can bring it's the same as Anglo Gold having the
Gold Fields,
having the same priority, the same thing.
What is it called? Service support mining.
Service support mining. I was having service support mining. You know, so I show all my documents, you know, to Bavrolate in the national security. You know, that, listen, if you are saying that I'm a galamsey, then arrest me. Because this is my document. This is the minister. And I'm not immigration officer. I also don't give working permit. You know, I'm also not interior minister to give working permit and stuff. Please, I'm a businessman. So I went straight for my business to be successful. So
so after the meeting with Kofi Boakye, then what happened?
So after with Bavrolate, you know, that, you know, they want to, you know, it was a big meeting, with
a lot of security people there.
Big one.
Who else do you remember was there, apart from Colonel Bavrolate?
Apart from that, there was one military. There was one military man. He took in charge of the operation.
Okay, you don't remember his name, that's okay.
Yes, I don't remember, but I will.
So Lai Bavrolate wanted you to accept that you are a galamsey.
There was a migration, everybody. So everybody is throwing. So I was.
But did you attend these meetings alone, without your lawyer?
I went there with my lawyer.
Okay, who's your lawyer?
That time I went there with called Dako.
A lawyer called Dako.
Dako is the person who wants to stand in Swami.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're a former lawyer.
My former lawyer.
Challenging the MP of Swami.
Yeah,
and you are Ashanti Regional Minister. Ashanti Regional Chairman.
Now, yeah.
For the referee for the contest.
Oh, now this one is
that's a side issue.
Osei Chairman Sabonsu is Osei Chairman Sabonsu.
Oh, Swami is Osei Chairman Sabonsu.
Yes.
Yes, the majority leader.
Majority leader.
Okay, your former lawyer is the one challenging him.
Yeah, my former lawyer is my former lawyer.
Okay, no problem. So let's get back to the story.
Yeah. So at that time I went there with him. So that they was talking illegal this and you know, they was talking this, and then the lawyer will talk here. And I said, no, Mr. Lawyer, no, sit down. Mr. Bavrolate, look, why I'm having all this document and stuff. This is the documents. If you are saying I'm illegal, arrest me. Arrest me. So you want to harass me because I have money? You know, this one tell President Mahama that it won't work. I told them. So it just happened just like that. So I was moving from radio station to radio station.
In Kumasi?
Here, Accra. I was living here.
Okay.
You know, TV station to TV station, moving everywhere, press conference. So you can go back to once you Google Hansel Mining or wontumi, you will just see into the distance. So they tagged me, you know, so that they can steal. You know what happened? Not knowing that the workers, even they was working with me, some are even the national security have sent them there. So they know where exactly the gold, we are hiding the gold. You know.
You were hiding gold?
But no, I was putting my gold. Yes, because...
You mean the gold that you mine?
You mine.
You hide it somewhere, okay.
Yes, you have to have...
Before it goes to PMMC?
Before you will send it to PMMC.
Okay.
You know, you have to have a place you...
In there.
In there.
Like a vault or so.
Yes, and sometimes you also have to sell some so that you can have money to do daily...
Sell some to who?
We have local... Buyers.
License, legitimate?
Legitimate, yes. If you go to Takwa...
So if I want to buy, I cannot buy without a license?
No, you have to have a license.
To buy?
Yes, you have to have a license. Either from PMMC.
Okay, so they came to attack you and they took everything from you?
Yes, so they know exactly. So that time, Agaga was the minister of Interior.
Deputy.
You know, they killed even some of my workers. So I brought it. It's something that, you know.
It's a story that I've never heard.
Listen, I can never forgive President Mahama. I will never forgive him. I will never forgive him.
But you say you're a Christian, and I mean, if your story is true, I don't know whether it's true.
Listen.
But if it's true, God says you should forgive.
God said...
Yeah, he said, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That's what the Lord's Prayer says.
You know, and you know, the God said, yeah, forgive, you know. But David's... Moses also said, yeah, when somebody also slap you, also used to also slap you, okay. You know.
So I think I get the story now. So your concession was taken.
The concession.
Your work was destroyed. As
my
you like.
Work.
So this was now what, 2014, 15?
2013.
Still 2013. Okay. June 2013. Everything was taken. All your workers went.
All my workers.
And the gold that you had there was taken.
They took. You know, they brought it to Anu Safuseni.
Did you sue the government?
Of course I sued the government. Herbert Faber is my lawyer.
Herbert Faber?
Yeah, Herbert Faber. You know, it's my lawyer. And you can... even that time, Akwasi Pratt, my uncle Akwasi Pratt, what do you call
Kwasi Pratt Jr., that's the very journalist Kwasi Pratt Jr.
Yes, journalist Akwasi Pratt, journalist Kwaku Bako. I send all my documents to them for them to go and plead with me. Anybody I know you have influence, I just come to you to come and plead, you know. So they did what they could, you know. We still have their what they say.
What has happened to the case in court?
We are still on it.
On it.
Okay. We are still.
So you are claiming a judgment debt, I'm sure.
Of course it will come. Of course it will come. You know, so it's a certain Mahama did. So immediately.
Okay. So I think the story ended at night.
Enti miwianom abusiamfo amutie ensema chama wontumi ene beto abontene. Etilo pefe se ye chichiri chama wontumi ne nsa gu na chi amanade atum so ye galamsey de la. Ye force chama wontumi anaka kire the security, national security for no say oye galamsey abra onye galamsey. Enti ya de bia enye nne enomo eye sa adwuma no. A well orchestrated way just to damage the image of the MPP. Because some of kaya MPP wa kunya so. NDC for kaya mane beto amanfo tim se MPP for na ye galamsey. Enti ene so mo aba power there, they must to have a scapegoat. Enipa bi oye MPP ni a ye de be kire se MPP ni we na no ye galamsey. Because at the end of the day, Chama wontumi a large scale miner. Or one krata ni 2 million near Majina the end Juba. And that didn't obey I'm saying. I didn't at a point in time. Obia Wayene Juma for years, and then he tend to be considered as a galamsey dealer. Just because they just want to destroy him. Because a Ghanaian individual, Sabi Ojina and Nanso or boy Juma. Yen United video no. Said the chama wontumi so no onye and this neither. Na oyam pipi na pipi na obegu so asom no nti no. Ye gu na Juma say no. So what is this? Niema ekoso o man mu obia ni say NDC for and I ye galamsey journalist aka Captain Smart aka oman hene aka what them call asare donkwa aka almost all even the journalists are not buye adwuma de ma NDC amanyoko na ne omo nyina na mabontre say NDC for na ye galamsey o Ghana man but the enti achama wontumi eji tu mu so yam pipi ni na onkodi NDC achintu no yen say ne nyuma na say wo ye president na nya dwe money na wo tima utumi ji obiskavator nkwa 500 ehye no eji nipa ne pick up 200 ehye no for nothing just because of political issues, just because wasema okan no wanje antuma ma me NDC ni, just because oyobi ono no omfa ni sika and support o party etiene se wo ho na ye MPP ni na wote se yesi chama wontumi ye galamsey na yesoma kwasi ampanyini bi mane begina ho ete so de osu because ohun galamsey site da chama wontumi nko na asega na nsa ase nyina ehun se osu a ka ehun so ye odwan bi onim de oye se papa panyini Kofi Amaboa etimi begina Ghana fo nyina nim ya no wote se de osu de kire Ghana fo because of it say chama wontumi asega na nsa ase nyina minwi aba ma wutie me fatu team say ye certain ye ntro ye comedy ye akan drama and omo prepare na omo abaye den omo de abra Ghana fo say ye ngire ye consume no kure bi anim no kure kitikiti kure anim because omo de bia ye chama wontumi pen. They are no more, a repeating of what they did to him before. Yeah, George, me the best sendo. A repeating of what they did to Chama Wontumi before. George, you procure me to my invitation. Enye bibi de sebio ebinsi da. This is just they want to denigrate the image say and this MPP for na to galamsey. Concert nkwa omoboa. Concert nkwa de omo kan bia yentro. Nanka de o na efese omamba ni bia tumi de ne nanyansi forma ya adwumaden. Ama ni company agina ne nan so. Na o tumi sabio e fa nipa more than 5,000 more mu ye adwuma. O enam politics nti oba ya o se de bay oba begu na adwuma na wa pam nkrofo mo mo anya wa pam nkrofo okay me the number no beto enche me the number no beto na watumi apam nkrofo amomo akotena fi omunya omo anu aduane just because Mahama want to be in power. He don't want the MPP to have grounds to do what? To win the power back. Yes, George. Asempa na American. Idrusu me wakwa papa. A agenda. They just want to destroy Chama Wontumi. Chama Wontumi no jina hono. Asante mine ekitano. The MPP no ewa asante mine no. Ekita Chama Wontumi. Enti u brenge Chama Wontumi dawa. possibilities of some nipa binom in Asante region will be easy. Entian said. But thanks to God to say, Chama won't to me asem we one now. Now the court. Said the 2012, 2013, or the Mokoya, judgment debt no see on pay. Yem fanya the papa farm on mine. A bomb pious obessing a winning beam, no assay a day. I'm more minded and Quasia 40 when you man a son for so. Taxes now, Jenny ni mammy beton. Nkatie mammy would have beton. I would the your tax now by no. And I'm in some full saint, sa tax no. I just say the comacha ma wound to me that. I just said the comacha ma the comacha ma wound to me that. Now at the mahama busiano, Monkwana muye eyana. Monkwa ena se muye eyana. Yana fonka for no maka no mudo munye nipa. Monkwana sika fatam. Monkwana sika efatam. Ene da hono. Chamai aka ama ye nyina ya te se enye nde no mo hyase. Omo hyase ache. Yenti omanhene kwabena. Omanhene kwabena na yento ado. No see a illegal mining no. Maka and mesa reinforce. Say me reinforce say NDC for anomo illegal mining at this time.
You have
and you'll be na say
you have evidence.
Now, Miss you'll be na say. Majidama, my catcher say me will record now. This and they boldly tell you that now call for back on the you know. Mama, a peace of mind though. Natural. Are you saying the minister doesn't know? National Security doesn't know? NIB does not know. And you're basically could now about us. You are trusting the partisanship. This ABC.
In the Banyansa form.
Yeah, Banyansa form. And our boy so. Yeah, opposition. Yakutia sa ni aba power and you call for the I'm saying go to Nkawie and go and check the level of illegality in terms of mining or and go and check the people who are doing it. But catch your last week. So if we don't start approaching these issues, you can say, oh, yeah, power more. Yeah, power more. Me who say it could be so more buying political a year to that. One against the politicians, why are we deceiving ourselves? One who told you that politicians in Kwaneshe, the guy who approached me at Wase Kropong, calling on me to bring 30,000, November 1 million, not a politician. The approach should be holistic. They be they will skew because of a certain interest. Yeah, but see a good nipa be no anymore. No cry, I can't hear since you fancy. You say politician be out so your man yourself. Say I could move for the deputy, move for dancing. So what? And this is when I galamsey. And I mean, George, you can't wait. Or say, some minister of land and natural resources, no, or no anchors any fear and animal video. Or no anchors any dayachi, you took galamsey or on tea, Nikurum, or Yandisi. Ampia, or Yandisi MP. Nikurum, Mujina say, I have one that would to me, Wokurum. And this is when they would to me. You took galamsey or better than any problem. Temiyepa. I don't need kurum no. Ye two galamsey or but any problem because a yo no, and sabio or more power. A yo no more or mudi or mine and him to so mukran ye two galamsey or bukuruma, any problem be. As a motive boy. Now as a minister of land and natural resources, one can say ukurum, ye two galamsey. Won't be never in Fahon. As a minister of land and natural resources, who danyachi ye two galamsey, Monja gona mudis chama wontumi achi. Then a chama and diamo. Otanya kwa. Monkwa mahama busu yankwane e fatesika. Monkwana mu fatesika. Mumenya de ye no. Na oman no ye nyina ye man. Emfaso de ani adodo de e wo mu no. Ghana ni ba bi obetumi anya adwena nya nyansa. Ehu kwan obetumi afaso. Edi didi afiri oman no ye mfaso ye de maso no oma ne kwan na onye den na ontumi eni so mfaso na edu abi ne ye ka asem na wanhwe na wonje nni de omo ye no munim dada o The omo no omonim dada. Abra no omo opposition. Sami Jamfika assembly. Ebi ana yam fan serious. But ene me ba na ma be boacho na ma kire say eye ade bi omo apra ne dada. Say omo ba chama wuntumi ombe se no. Omo say chama wuntumi a omo sebi ombenya tumi wa santiman mu because asantiman na da ho no. The MPP bo na omo back hope any chama wuntumi. Into the yanko tie sa video we ya. Ye trete sese ye ba ban mu a chama wuntumi will be the person that will be taken away from the scene. Enti aba na ye ya e ma ne nyo onwa. Si aba ni ye sa adwuma na e ma ne nyo onwa. Si aba na ye sa adwuma we ya e ma ne nyo onwa. Na o de mi tie video we. Baby asami jamfi ankasa akura ketwa or threat to go after chama wuntumi.
President, we demand the following urgent and concrete actions from you if you want Ghanaians to take you seriously. Number one, we demand the immediate prosecution of all government functionaries and MPP officials who have engaged in illegal mining, such as Charles Bisu, Chama Wuntumi. The evidence is clear. The Minerals Commission, your own Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say Chama Wuntumi is doing galamsey in the Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve. You don't need any other evidence before you can prosecute him. And Yowusu, Ekwawusi, Professor Frimpong Boateng, among others. This will be the first step to your redemption and serve as a deterrent to other people within your government and party. You need to send a clear signal to Ghanaians that anyone caught in galamsey will be dealt with without fear or favor, regardless of their party colors.
They knew what they were coming to do before they came to power. Yes. We na ye plan or more plan. And some fool went on our person. There is nothing else. That is all what they wanted to come and do. That is what. That is all what they wanted to what? Come and do. And the chairman there, why you already pass all the train mahama? Yeah, the segment to Ebesia near Wuramu Akoyen, but to maintain chairman won't to in the video way.
Mama, now Cruzro. Who's so say the other year meaning I know still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say I'm still remain as a captain. Like I said, me back on time mining. Me guru na matwaro ye. Na me akwa wu me usro me. Oya president kwa na oba national security for no mo negotiate with me asan waba. Now you negotiate with me asan wa enter. Now who just want to me team kitwa. Who say ubetima. No man na desi and this for no. Na me no ye na this for to me ka say obi to be no. O pa na mo nya ye. Omo ye one na ye do me want me there obwa. Want to me mean slow. Now problem run want to me. Want to me mahama. Say me no me gira ho ya. Fa so da for do achi. Na hwesa me what me a. Say me buy a year and a juma ye we will push ubatimia pushing unto me. Now even illegal legal no, what is the difference? The difference is that
for just a minute, me person in your video way. I am fine here to my biwaha. Just a minute. Just 1 minute. Okay. Enti ya waswa yenkoba bi ewo haya. Enti chama wutumi the one in kaso de ama mahama no si onsuro no. He's nobody. He cannot touch him. Now abusanfo e. Sim krofo we no. They don't know what they are doing no. They don't know what they are doing. Say let's move to the Attorney General of the Republic of Banana. Aye, Mama Diana. Republican di banana. Aye, yenye. Abusiam for your Hayana, the Attorney General, Papa na medical can asem chere wo say. Obetra Ghana kunya so. Ye di case ya hodo bebre ma no. Amanfo mo awie sika. Collins Dowdanom $270 million. We're finding day. Ato force nom 2,900 2.7 million euros and more other cases. Akwa we see that be ono de omfa ho. Na mbom de ofa ho ne say papa bi a ye frɛ ne adubu ahia. Wa ye adwuma wɔ na bra boma de ne ho. Na wa ye adwuma so wɔ National Security Bureau for more than 20 years. No jini sika dada. Ye dene be ye scapegoat. E de akyere Ghana for se wa Ghana for kro no. Na mi nua no metio. Nsɛmwe no deɛ a na ɛya ne sɛ wɔ ho for an attorney general asɛm no deɛ ɛya wɔ mu no for an attorney general to come out and say something abra nyɛ saa na teɛ. That is what makes me cry because me attorney general deɛ enka beba abɔnten aba bɛyɛ pronouncement no na nka wo evidence but attorney general mom timi di hear say a press conference man ye esu kisi aja Ben style na bi and this is for only one character in common and this is for one character three characters in common and throw akohwie no research any short memory. They are the best people. Attorney General Timbe Jina Bonten kase obi ekromfo. Abra ne fact odi jina so ka asem no de akire oman no. Onye convince, onye concrete, onye mfa na ningu bibi. Na mom de obi aka ngu na sum na odi be press conference de akire Ghana man. Abusia sa attorney general no asset record bi amu eduru pa na hey say asi we na ehwehwe o ebe puru yan so Mr. Ntwimu akwawa. Attorney General Way is the first attorney general in the history of Ghana. Ayedna kokoto ene adubu ahena na attorney general so ba begu na nim ase o so ye kromfo no ene yedno court a o so nkoyi nsema no na breko kakrenti no me pesa nka me mo video no kire mo na muntie nsemfo anim gu asesem a the attorney general timi gina na nan so kan de fa obi a waye adwuma emfi ahodo bebre na odi anya ne ho na politics nti any recklessness enti yetumi guide media for near the kogu animas just because we want to what we just want to make people believe say MPP amanyoko no mo yakromfo ene papa we yesi omra court no omra machirem the fact no ehefa enyonyo ene onya free here na de yatete our corridors of power ne say papa we enam anim guase a wagu ne hunti no mahama kura sake no ayene esasem no yate ese mahama sake no so free attorney general position ho because onye credible Jemi yepo enkwase akekanti re case da ho ayewo fat eda ho ebinuma digana sika adansidi krata da ho ebinuma digana sika asabio yede omo akokoto yegusu eyehwe omo nsemu asema yede be kokoto be diatmo be hyase open the file to proceed on the case no actually said there is a little or more evidence Papa Panini will say that be or not there to him. So fathers as Uncle and NDC for no dear. He don't care. And the case evidence that one or see on near chile. But as someone one can send him on for an hui, na ya kamanate on that dear. He's ready to go and fight for that. Abusia, Papa Nene, Yadana Kojina Koto, Akwa we asem na American way. I think say you know him. The Attorney General, I also say settings are comedy. Also say comedy. Comedian. We a kind of secretary and Ysikano. I then I yet translate the IF film, near friend say. Oh, I then I yet trip. So say, Baba, your film, my can't trip. Quite a fast or a bit acting and as for the same thing. No, they should not plan just to come and disgrace people. Now, dear, I just want you to listen to how this man irresponsibly, find your fast so Edibegu, Sabio, I do buy him any masse. Hi. Panya kwa we fast so Timikatana ni Ebegu Papa we any massity.
He served as Deputy Director of the BNC and subsequently is Director from 2017. In other words, he has been in the management and control of Ghana's signal infrastructure since 2017. As the Director of BNC, Mr. Dubois was a co-signatory to the BNC's director's account at Fidelity Bank. While serving as Director of BNC, however, he and his wife, Miss Angela Ejeboatin, registered a company on October 23rd, 2018, which they named, and listen carefully, BNC Communications Bureau Limited. It is important to note that the similarity between the names here, that is BNC, was designed, to engage in a criminal enterprise, which will unfold as I go further. For purposes of differentiation, we will call the private company Private BNC and call Ghana's Signal and National Security BNC the National BNC. Mr. Dubois, who is the head or who was the head of the BNC, and his wife are listed as directors of the private BNC. Okay, so they registered the company, and they, the two of them, together are the directors of the company, the two directors of the company. On October 26, 2018, the couple opened a corporate account for their private BNC at Universal Merchant Bank, UMB. According to the mandate on the account, either of the directors could sign checks and approve transactions on the account. In his capacity as director of the National BNC, Mr. Dubois on January 30th, 2020, signed a contract on behalf of the government of Ghana and the National Security Council on the one hand, and on the other hand, an Israeli company called ISC Holdings Limited. The contract was for the purchase of a cyber defense system software at a price of $7 million United States of American dollars. Let us call this contract the GOG ISC contract. On February 6, 2020, Mr. Dubois then transferred an initial amount of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis, that is from the National BNC's operations account at Fidelity Bank to the private BNC account at UMB. Official documentation on the transfer revealed that the amount was for the payment of cyber defense system software, which the National BNC was buying from ISC Holdings in Israel. Mr. Dubois, in effect, transferred the money from the National BNC to his private company, the private BNC. A review of the transactions on the bank accounts reveals that once the funds from the National BNC landed in the account of his private BNC at UMB Bank, Mr. Dubois caused his private BNC to transfer an amount of 9,537,520 Ghana cedis to ISC's holdings in Israel. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,750,000 United States of American dollars. To justify or facilitate the transfer of the 9.5 million and the 9.5 million, Mr. Edubuani fraudulently attached a copy of the Government of Ghana ISC contract as well as an invoice which he held out as an invoice issued by ISC Holdings Limited or in respect of the Government of Ghana ISC contract. On March 18, 2020 and March 30th, 2020 respectively, he again transferred 21 million Ghana cedis from the National BNC Director's account at Fidelity Bank to the same private BNC account at UNB. The narration of the transaction indicated that it was for the payment of the cyber defense systems that the National BNC was buying. The transfer from the National BNC's account brought the total transfers that he made to his private BNC to 49 million Ghana cedis. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was exactly the Ghana cedi equivalent of 7 million United States of American dollars. The exact full amount which he quoted as the price at which ISC Holdings sold the cyber defense equipment to Government of Ghana. All the payments transferred to the invoice, a number from ISC Holdings, all the payments reference the invoice number from ISC Holdings to the National BNC. Importantly, after the initial transfer of the 9.5 million Ghana cedis, which was the equivalent of 1.750 United States of American dollars from the private BNC to ISC Holdings, no further payments were made to ISC Holdings. A review of the transactions on the private BNC account reveals that after the payment of the 1,750,000, Mr. Edubuani and his wife began applying the rest of the funds for their personal use, making transfers to local third parties, personal investment, as well as transfers to unknown persons. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen of the media, we have all the account details, we have all the receipts, and any person who took money from Mr. Edubuani from that account, we know. Now, our investigation, which was conducted by EOCO, as I've indicated, has established that the ultimate beneficial, in essence, the difference between 49 million Ghana cedis being the money Mr. Edubuani transferred from the bank account of the National BNC to his private BNC, and 9.5 million being the money he actually paid to the ISC Holdings for the software, ended up with him and his wife. That is to say that the sum of 39,462,480 Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money went into their private pocket. The investigation has revealed that the ultimate beneficial owner of BNC Communications Limited is another company known as Advantage Solutions Limited. 10 other companies are through a very complex web of shareholding and directorship connected to Mr. Edubuani and his wife, Angela. Investigations have also established that monies, mostly proceeds of crime, from the Advantage Solutions Limited and BNC Communications Bureau Limited and other similar sources have been transmitted under very suspicious circumstances through the bank accounts of these companies. The investigations have revealed so far that the suspect and his wife have registered companies which we are currently tracking. We are tracking all the companies. There are about 10, of them that they created with Advantage Solutions mostly owning all the companies. For purposes of the investigation that is ongoing, we are not going to disclose those companies, but I want to warn any executive, director, or employee of each of the companies who, knowing that Mr. Dubois has been arrested, if they make movement of assets, we will track and arrest them and prosecute them. So they are all warned. All banks are also warned that if we see any wire transfers or cash withdrawals on any of the accounts belonging to Mr. Dubois and his companies, the bank managers and all their employees who are involved in those transfers will equally be arrested. After this press conference, no activity, and we are monitoring all their bank accounts from the Financial Intelligence Center. With the press of a button, we can see the movement of money, on any of the accounts. So we are monitoring that very, very closely. We know, for instance, that the 3 banks that they have been dealing with, in substantial financial transactions are UMB, Fidelity Bank, and Stanbic Bank. So we are monitoring them keenly. And the managers of this bank, if they are listening to me, should be careful about what they do on any account connected to Mr. Dubois and his wife and their companies. The investigations also established that the proceeds from the suspects' activities were used to buy significant landed properties and other assets of considerable value both in Ghana and elsewhere. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, my fellow countrymen and women, I want to give you a sample of what we have discovered so far. We have tracked most of the assets.
When so do akwa we yenom. When so do akwa we yenom. Enso akwa we yenom sebio adon pon akwa we yedan ko be no so do odo. Ono me. But when you know, it will come to an end, say. Sa papa we jina wa about tie. And some na egu pipa no so ana all kind no. Ono ankasa no. Onye aware of what he was talking about. And this is for any day. And this is for any yen country nguni paso. The yen huye yebeka. Nsema akwetu atu aye. Pe animguasio. Animguasia mu etru pana na akwedigu odigu papai. Say obi a oye director of a Ghana company, a buying company. Etimi create another company and dini yesemra. Nanya bia a CEO na ebie company, ebie account, edema a buying ni agency nana. Ana nipa na be ye CEO na ye bie wo hodada. Pensu awono. Entroning kontompo te pensu awono. Abusia ento asonenti entrofo ne wia na me the video na akire wa de chese akwa we ye CEO no. We ye ba be yi na firi na dwuma a oyem.
So the properties that are in their names, their joint names, or sometimes in their in their individual names are as follows. We have number 2 Stream Park Drive, Mayfair Estates, LA, Dar es Salaam, Accra. For that, they deposited, and we have the deposit slip as well as the receipt from the estate developer, $1 million United States of American dollars. Number 6, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, La Accra. Deposit 500,000 United States of America. That's American dollars. That's the initial deposit. All right. Then we have number 7, Edith Avenue, Mayfair, 200,000 United States of American dollars deposited for the property. Number 8, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, La Accra, 97,815 United States of American dollars was deposited for that property. But we are sure that other cash payments were made to complete the purchase and then the transfer of ownership. So we are tracing all those documents. Number 9, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, 270,000 United States of American dollars deposited, initial deposit for the purchase. Number 10 Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estates, Accra, 150,000 United States of American dollars deposited. Now he also owns a company known as Vertex Properties. Vertex Properties, and we trace the proceeds of crime to Vertex Properties also. They have Vertex Properties owns 27 houses located at Oyarifa. Each house costs, an estimated cost of 295,000 United States of American dollars. We also know that they have 2 properties in London that we are tracking, and I'm going to trigger the mutual legal assistance between the United Kingdom and Ghana for us to be able to lay hands on those properties. Now we also know we've been following the bank transactions very closely, and we know that on February 11, 2020, they made a 16 million fixed deposit from the payment received from BNC Security. This was from the initial payment of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis. On April 3rd, 2020, Mr. Dubois alone withdrew 7,250,000 Ghana cedis, okay, in cash. He withdrew that in cash. This payment came out of the second transfer of the 21 million from BNC National Security to BNC, his private company. On April 24th, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal was made. On the same day, he made payments to a real estate company to the tune of 1,566,000. So you see the coincidence, okay, of the transactions that were taking place. Then February to September, out of the 49 million which was transferred from BNC National Security to his private BNC, about 99% was withdrawn by him personally, and they were largely very large cash withdrawals. And we believe that those were the withdrawals that were made for him to make the deposit for the properties that are enumerated above. Now we are still tracking suspect Edubonhi and his assets, and then of course his wife, but we will conclude in the next few days and file charges against him and the other suspects. So they are currently in detention. We had given them bail conditions from EOCO, he and his wife and the other suspect. Now the reason I'm not mentioning the other suspects is that for purposes of our strategy, and if they are listening to me, they should take this very seriously, the other suspects. For purposes of our investigation and prosecution, okay, we may have to use some of them as prosecution witnesses. If they give us the offer, fine. If they don't want to cooperate with this evidence, I don't see how they and the suspect will get out of, being convicted. But of course, they will have to be, their guilt will have to be proven beyond reasonable doubt. So I'm not being presumptuous, but we have all the evidence from what you can see from the enumeration that we have all the evidence, including receipts of payments and withdrawals, slips and so on. So this is for suspect Eduboye and his wife. Now I want to say something briefly about the oral investigations. Now, in respect of oral, significant work is going on in.
Okay, Abusia, in say oral there, aye moanai enti ehun hi aye. Eti Abusia mfo amohwe misabere we muntie asem na ye nto ado. Imagine say ye frɛ wa attorney general. Now we ye can say the king of Ghana laws. Aye. Therefore, so we are the head of the Ghana Bar Association. Na sabi utimi bejina nipadoma nim eye press conference abra woni evidence papa bi e support. Now Timmy go when he must to the point to say the so-called Dubois. I'm not here to defend the Dubois here. I want people to understand where we have got to. Emma Dubois ene Otimudu court. Emma mepemene. Press conference are we here. Senkane no krese uwo evidence be aude edi nipa na chia. Enka can say you were going to open case, 5 case against him. Up to now, January na sansem we see. Emepemene. What is Attorney General? Ekasa for Dubois case in Hubiemana. There be adentia. We tro. The obeka ye be an in no cre. Well, just say, Obia tutu anomahu at their breno, and a Jimmy. Obejna man for him say, or tre anoman in ding. Anomakroye. Jimmy, you a tutu anomahu at their beshen in some. And a papa panini. Face off, Mwakwaba. And she Daniel a J was Mwakwaba. Papa panina wa me tutu anomahu dia beshe wo nsem se gina kwokire wo ka kire Ghana fo nipa koro anomakoro wo ye ene wo hu awie ye abusia. This is what I'm telling you, say wo to abafun ema nipa bone ebedi wanima o se wo man no, because some krofo we no omunim de omuomo eye keka bi ko ye make some big allegation bi. Yamagana from feeling say we at work. In the sanity, they are the young who ye, the empty yen I am fanco. And then some are quite Rebecca yen. Take some are Rebecca yen. I wouldn't know we now we yen and say, ne a dubois. As you, Attorney General said, what Baby didn't throw a home. Enti machiwa kotum ono yire nyina machimo mu ya kromfo sese de akọ ene se sa nipa na ye chine kotum no ono mom na ede anoyafo omu panyi na owo Ghana nyina akọkọ se wadi ntro agu so enti se oyo mamba na osi we nya nim guase mawa. I don't know what you believe in. Me de as a Ghanaian, I believe say we e nim guase sem kese pa. Enya Dubois hena me defend no. Ena me say papa na friend na Dubois hena. Enya na nka menim no. Ka mentini din kurada. But the conduct of these people in power, the way they conduct themselves as leaders of the country, and the yemi problem. Because who to me me jeni panim emegu obi hu fin. Just because you want to tarnish the image of the MPP as a corrupt party. And then we Dubois heno the Attorney General ankasa kokot so mra me na no. Umenti video we near be phone last na to.
Out a rate, strong man, huge strong man. He says, as for this one, I will not let it pass. The Attorney General cannot come and stand there and say things about me that are not true. Tell the whole world and tells the world that I'm a criminal. After 1 month of making that press conference, he has not even able to charge me. This one, I'm going to court. So Dominic Ayini is a defendant. He will be the first Attorney General since Godfrey Bean in 1957, against whom a legal action in defamation has been filed in persona whilst he is still Attorney General. Now, this, they're going to show you this. Yes, I get the signal, producer. So, Dubois says that I shall not allow this to pass. You know why he cannot let it pass? This is a fine intelligence officer. He's an he's an electrical engineer from KNUST. You can verify it. First class, sharp boy. Sharp boy. He has finished electrical engineering, went to work for a UK firm. He's done so much in his life. He's been part of the team of engineers that put together Airbus A380, the one that those of you who are rich, when you travel and you see Airbus, if you are not rich like me, Google it, Google Airbus A380 to come on your phone. You can also enjoy some just by looking at it. These days, the world is nice, you see. We all don't have to be rich like Richard Amakwe, is that his name? Yes, Amakwe. We can still see Airbus A380. Kwame Dubois has been part of a lot of things. He's been working at the Office of National Security since about 20 Mills time, Professor Mills time. And he's gone through the ranks till by 2017, he was a deputy to the National Security Coordinator looking after signals. through his endeavors, the National Signals Bureau was created. He was part of those who put the bill together. Solid guy. He is not going to let his reputation go down the drain because Dominic Ayine was informed by Raymond Archer that he has stolen money that he has not stolen. So he says that, look, enough is enough. Ata Achian, take the rate, go to court. Now, what is he in court against? He's in court against this thing that Dominic Ayine said. Have a look.
On February 6, 2020, Mr. Dubois then transferred an initial amount of 27,100,000 Ghana cedis, that is from the National BNC's operations account at Fidelity Bank to the private BNC account at UMB. Official documentation on the transfer revealed that the amount was for the payment of cyber defense system software, which the National BNC was buying from ISC Holdings in Israel. Mr. Dubois, in effect, transferred the money from the National BNC to his private company, the private BNC. A review of the transactions on the bank accounts reveals that once the funds from the National BNC landed in the account of his private BNC at UMB Bank, Mr. Dubois caused his private BNC to transfer an amount of 9,537,520 Ghana cedis to ISC Holdings in Israel. By the exchange rate at the time, this amount was the Ghana cedi equivalent of 1,750,000 United States of American dollars.
You heard Dominic Ayine. This is what Dominic Ayine said, that Dubois has taken money, government money. He has moved the government money into another account that is his private account. Plenty money, oh, it's not small money, it's money that some people in Ghana may never see before they die. A lot of huge, significant amount of money, $7 million. That's a whole lot of money that can be moved from one account to another, and the bank is not worried. The national security people are not worried. No, are they all part of it? What is happening? Dubois says it is not true at all. It is a flat, fundamental lie from the pit of hell, and that Dominic Ayine will have to come to court to come and show how he got all those pieces of information and how he knew that he has stolen the money. So let's go to the rate that he's put out. Let's go to the rate. It says, Dubois complaint. It says the Attorney General publicly accused Mr. Dubois and his wife of being criminals and fraudsters, disregarding the constitutional principle of presumption of innocence. Instead of proving their guilt in a court of law, where a higher standard of evidence is required, he, the Attorney General, opted to damage their reputation in the court of public opinion. Furthermore, collaborating with the Economic and Organized Crimes Office, EOCO, the Attorney General had the Boahini and his wife arrested and detained without affording them the chance to defend themselves. What is Dubois claiming for? Okay. Dubois is claiming as follows: exemplary and punitive damages against the defendant, which is the Attorney General Dominic Ayine, for publishing and or broadcasting highly offensive, defamatory material of and concerning the plaintiffs, the Dubois, in his press conference dated 24th day of March 2025. 2. An order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendant, Attorney General Dominic Ayine, from further publishing and or broadcasting or causing to be published and or broadcast the said similar words defamatory of the plaintiff. Cost, including lawyers' professional fees. So Dubois is asking for punitive damages against the learned Attorney General. The Attorney General is the government prosecutor. About the same Attorney General, we know the story of A+. About the same Attorney General, Kwame A+ says that the Attorney General, he's calling him names. This is A+. He says he's a thief, he's corrupt. A+ is saying so. And the Attorney General is now 3 weeks. The Office of the Attorney General, which has state attorneys, Justice Sremsai, deputy, Dominic Ayine, boss, Eduji Tamaklo, consultant, the guy in the Kuli High, my friend, the one who the court said he has stolen somebody's book. But Martin Pebu, Martin Pebu, my good friend, consultant. All these lawyers are there. Up till today, Dominic Ayini, he has a law firm called Feli and Ayini in East Lagos. Very good law firm, very nice lawyers, very, very clever people. Up till today, no one has come out to say anything about it.
Yes, Etiabusia, not the war, no. Attorney General, no. And then, Neto Edampum, yes, you know. And tro, and then some kikanti and Neto Edabontain, yes, you know. Because of defamation, accusation, I saw any Janapia. It is out your mind, not on mine, mera nim for panyin or wohono. Onimu mera, no yet the enyen fata. It tells you your future is at stake. Aye. The children no. Say, mine nipa they are sure Monsano. They are not ready. They cannot do what they are. Enti nipa way. Say dead man jet judgment debt to be a pie wa manonia. Akwa webetimi akwa ko defend Ajigana enkwa. Enipa common investigations on transactions, local transactions from bank to bank. On to mean that fact together. Now when you jina pom titro bi nyina so ansa wakwa abonten akokasa. Sa asem bi si wa America. Problem be si wa Canada. Na yesi akwa we nkodi asem fa magana man. Na onji Ghana ye nkwama ye na akwa obetumi aye. Me say we have sold our lives into the hands of the devil, and we have sold our future into the hands of the devil. Abusuan better continue. Yeah, me demo be see ya. Them a phone lines now to George. I don't know if you want to call now. And Abusia, everybody can call and tell his part of the story. The phone lines no be Adam. Yeah, usu to me frena watchere wadwe. Better consider by you bia benya bia kantino. Woman yen tieti na ubia sun to me bi enka. Ye ma Monica ewo ahoma so. Ye mfa ye ma Monica na ye ntwejanto. Mami Monica.
Hello.
Mo akwaba.
Yeah, mo papa. Niwe ye pa na so e.
Yankopon adom bibia woko.
Ankona no what is saying?
Obia ho ye.
Makuma so what is saying?
Ne ho ye pa ma me.
E da nya me ase. Say Awurade ama de me first point. The say me bisa your mama dey no per feature my own to me. Adwuma kro na che my own to me ye nye bia na ni nua ayi Maliama oyen. Ibrahim. Adenti na osole. I start to check my own to me for every day check my own to me. Every day check my own to me. No feel say obetim akapapa na ahwefa mu ahụ. Wiase untumi ma wani mmre obi saa o. Untumi ma wani mmre obi saa da. Ebi ni sese mama waye saa ma sese ni guase ya aka no. Ewo judge na ode ne nsa akọka no. Sese judge ya ode ne nsa akọka no. Na ni guase nam kwan so a eba. Charge kro ene bone kro a judge na ya udi eyi na di no. Sese wiase nyina etie wo. Wiase nyina etie wo. Na de to so miensa. Say sese no. NDC for no mu kra emfa de ende me hu sere me nsi mu benumpo. Enti no akoyo omo se omo kobo we sucho. Na omo akọfa hasi. Na omo akọye sei. So omo hu ane no tokuro no emfa ahoma no nyeden. Enshim. Na omo nya nyansafo nti no. Ese ko omo fle omo nuanom MPP for. Onu ni omo kan bom ye baako. Etim bisa mo say kwampen na mo fa so ekita Ghana mfie nwotwe a kanea enum da sabi Ghana fo nsu said de enne omo esun hwenne Ghana hwebode ebo hwebanche bo dokunu na ukasa uba ombetone 1 cedi no enne dokunu no enne sai na omoton enne cement na na kufu abijane 850
Yeah, 85 Ghana, yes.
85 cedi enne adru say
130.
1003
Yeah, 130, yes.
petro sai na kufu abijane na dia me ya ne say Ghana fo ama omo adwen akofama to the sense say yi levy na mamuti wo se mo de bo akufu adu charge enu nti wanto ama bawomia no onfoa 11 so be papa antie na sem anni amoa na hono enye no ne ye beka ne ne hono de etwa wie de be siesie wie bawomia na onfoa so na yeyi 11 free ho COVID tax eda ho yedi 11 tax akwa to electricity edia to water bill times 3 any 11 no him dia him Ghana for pe asa se muntimi ntua electricity entimu da sumu amanfo nyuma esei amanfo niema esei any say na wo da electricity na utua small amount na utua small tax for ye levy baniane ye Ghana for mama yani na ho so NDC for the fro ene nada na enro na mi tie Kwame Bafo ablonye what challenge bi e de ama NDC for omu jira simpie so se koko omu ba omu beto ni 60 million
yeah
na na kufu adwia akuafo se mu ba ye 30 million no kura mo se mo tesuo
mo so muntimi ntua
yes na ya mi dasa Kwame Bafo ablonye se oye koko krachi ti obeto individual koko 60 million ti se aban no one pa that is a one wia omo you have to challenge am omo se no utia Kwame Bafo ablonya
yes tie pa
awie kwa dem se esco se wu kura no se
ye me na me boy
ana de
yeah
yes enti no Ghana fo amayani anna ho wo NDC fo ho a Ghana enko nanim da he abato we nipa ye ni biri wo wiase ye na ye wa kwantuo
yeah
because ye hwebe bawomia adwuma opese obeye ni Ghana eno na ma kwantufo ehwo atom because credit ananka bawomia de ba Ghana eno ni South Africa ha obia ye adwuma eni busumi nsi obetima akojeka because okita ID enti adetiri Ghana yenso yenya ID na yenso yentimi enye sede kuro bi so omo eye na da bia Ghana ye koyechi musola musi galamsey na hifo na etu galamsey ya NDC for na etu galamsey
omo na etu
yes eze katachi Africa omo toto ina omo ba da yen
yeah
obi se on TV da obi se eye no nwanwa katachi Africa you say ya no ye ya e ma MPP lusu ye
why na so on TV da de na ha no
I don't mean to say omo money police fo ensan e ma ne nye ozo force na ye so de omo akokot don't say identity NDC tab oh yes sir toto ina omo pese obeye
say autocracy
MPP time Oh, yeah, dear Tiana Kufuado, I'm a mama power, dear mamma, ye. Namo support him. Quasiana feared me, uncle. Yanime. Who got to say just to young quo about the same one? Was to Jack. The Janet threat, be do about the same. Now, and this for who mean come she will react. And your meal had a through in the Akatia any area momo. Now, me by minister now. Oh, soon, you know. Or say the any hana also. And you know, Nana Kufuado. Oh, Cassatia and Nakufuado and Nakufuado yere. Ekasayen.
I don't know.
Nana Kufuado were whom Magana Fuatia CSA. What the Cassatia papa we would now who to will reasida. So, moon, ya. Mon shed near my bay and Nayana said, noon, Anna Nanti, as Ghana. Papa no. As I Okasa, no, I rode the Omauya.
Yeah.
Or held to say near any bone. She, Rasta, Sir Uni obite. Nandi Pana Casa, a ye. Ma when in Nipa Crono. Dan set Obia Ube Casa, another yard dear Tiano, no moon, on Casa. Nandi Panistrono. Sro Sandy Panapa. The Nakufuado at Chiabe Paka Mako, and this in Piano be another dear Papa Obenya Sochi. Shed a blanket to so. What's a radio station at Tinisu? Telling you, Musokrana girlfriend a jow. Who was straight to Kakakani and to say, now girlfriend as a flower near Jawaka. A jow Ghana, what's overseas. Edia Blantia Kotiako Kuratisel. O girlfriend of Oyakura. What's there? What's on radio source? Namibe Chio Moka Papa. Namami Mlaya MPP Nankasasu. And I'm standing them out there when me now. Sir,
media no so. And that's what I buy.
yes, Uba.
Okay.
Yeah, you. Met you not in a corner. Mammy, come and you can get poetry for us to say. Thank you, Tona Mukoyan. Young Casaba, young Kwamla Messinko, thank you, Tom. Almost MPP, thank you, Tom. Janice said, no, be there for phone. And the Afro Kennedy Brian Co. Minyal and catch a cross, Baba best understand the ye plan. Ye from so be amla. But on me, I right to say, thank you, Tom, because I don't know to a bayene. A man. Or no, no, your flag barrier. So, on no mom, that's all your leader of MPP that time, Nadia. Or what quite says, I call the Nipasi. Gonna near so, the Nipayama. That's a book, be a one to radio, so. Kwame Bafwa Bronya Bessie. The book be a one and I'm radio, so. Seba Omiako, thank you to Timon Dina Tem. There is a gun of form to Abama MPP. Now, what can I Japan uncle from your what? I didn't MPP for paying for try. Any person in Kuminya. I kata MPP yen semso. Na MPP ayi nipa ba akupe echitai for. It's almost serpent. And no Kwame Bafwa Bronye or Kasa Papa Bla. Utie you know because so who said na utie sa program.
Yeah. Utie pa.
I don't know MPP for years. I don't know yes to my gwa hata abontensa. And this is one send what in Wokroma.
Obunka.
You have no problem.
Yakataso.
Amu problem. And Naya Minu Cassa said, look at Tiani Jomama Mansua Mocheno. As well as a muba abontia for Munko. Santo Mama changes a judge, no, and the pet trying to be a moo. I said, look at Tian Fuaso.
Okay.
I'm Fuaso because I know stand the president next 4 years.
Yeah.
What I say, and so on yan nipa on Canabontin. And then DNA MPP for Mukasemusia. MPP Nyansafwe wa MPP Makasa, I can nipa bomb, I yet the nip Abuba Biala, and paying for to an amount, and Mukasa, Mamma, Yam paying for Canada Japan for Musi and Yomune. Send nipa we me catch MPP from paying for say. Woman no quarry Nadio, Tonamun Saki, or Musara Masaki Alankas. Now I won't try. Now the end Dennis Kwame Abronya Kaya and Dennis say, who be yes, Sanyama way united. Now we are one konya bar, which will be not yet.
Hello.
Who can stand the penny Andrew? Kwame Abronya, okay. I said, be a kind of radio station, Biala, or pick it, not the actual. And no, not the board charge. And no, not the member executive. I'm on the actual. I will feel said the Amoy and Yawan. Some of the party now, no person composition. Only I dream papa beer for party no. Now, Kennedy may drag against me pen come, Kennedy no pen come on in the shirt chili. Tonka century in Blame the man who be see him or be so a bit.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Monica and I attend. Can I wish you phone license be at them? When him separate call. But what to me a friend, what to me friend now watch it. I don't see a giant illegal mining. Macan and Mesa reinforce. Say me reinforce say NDC for I know more illegal mining at this time.
You have
and you're being a say.
You have evidence.
No, I'm saying you're being a say. My catch us me will recording this and they boldly tell you that I'm call for back on you know. A peace of mind though. Are you saying the minister doesn't know? National Security doesn't know? NIB does not know. And you're basically panicking now about us. They are trusting in partisanship. This ABC.
The Anyan
Banyansa form. And our boy so. Yeah, opposition. Yakutia sa nearby power and call for the I'm saying go to Nkawie and go and check the level of illegality in terms of mining ore and go and check the people who are doing it. But catch your last week. So if we don't start approaching these issues, say, oh, na ya power more, ya power more. Me who say it could be so more buying political a year to what I guess the politicians why are we deceiving ourselves? Who told you that politicians in Kwaneshe, the guy who approached me at Wase Kropong, calling on me to bring 30,000, no 1 million, no a politician. The approach should be holistic. They be able to skill because of a certain interest. You see a good nipa be no mass, and cry, I can't hear sir, you intimate fancy. You say, politician be on so your man yourself, say, I could move for the diffuser, move for dancing. Hello, Miss B.
RAZ Media.
Hello, ma'am. What is it?
Good.
Very
Karma is real.
For sure.
And as a sukru will be so ediam will be in say a bonia, a baba was so 10 times fold. A crofo no bet now on Seko, Nanado ACC womo, Nanado yes say, Omumpo do air cobe, not in our kundra qua. Almost I didn't know dinner kundra ko. Now what dear to me far leather chair, Eddie Coco see a room, a room, a cotton one way craft for cassa. Now we are what big now no market yes say. No moon you must say. Yamoka any about Nanado government, you know. It was out of ignorance. See, I mean my new motto is God is watching and God will judge every single one of us.
Of course.
And no and conquer them. Must say mo fixe doom so asa na mo ko 2008 2018 or whatever mo fixe doom so
2016
okay into adenti and necessary no so they need to fix it doom so because nana to buy no yenda doom so for 8 years it's ye day na mo buy no after the doom so na sayaba ye doom cc no so ye no kra no enkrofo an two omaduani engu enkrofo ada doom so ada light mo 4 years, and that is sumo for 4 days, for 1 week. So see dear, ma inquisitor so ensure a crampo back to baby a me ye fear one ensure back 2 weeks.
Wow.
Ensure back 2 weeks. Emma, my sister, catch me water tanks, you know, your water tanks, I can see, yeah, reservoir in your and she said, no, catch me so pamacho, may yes shipment, I remember me found good boxes, me found good drums, said the bear, so drums, no, ensure talk around, bitch me, and you be a good now, dear, no, water flowers, no,
oh,
dear water flowers, no, Ghana for. Ye kan ya mwentie no enu ni o ye kan ya mwentie no na nya ye num na keka ye yi o na nye kasa bi chese ye adwini bi na ye ni ana sa time bi na ebu ye so akeke na ye bie mani na mwentie na samafo me de ha me de say wo say obi ansuma yen obi ansuma na na do obi ansuma ba wo mi a so omomfa omomanko school no mo aka se betumi atua wo momma school fees fine enti mo trust free SHS mo na when they catch you say obi ehia wo se ba beto pad na fama ne ba sa sanitary pad na water no nya se ben na ewu education akwala bi ehia education because my papa ne can asem also betumi ama wo wiase mu bibia but you don't have education bibia de be ma wo bia ne e be show wo be shore adokode de firi wonsa but if you have education it's in your head and you can move with it and you can do anything with it okay so sanitary towels so how many people if you how many people in a family or in a household are going to benefit from the sanitary towel? Training we said ya omo cheche ya no mo tutu bi kwa good boy so boy or the sanitary towel ye den bema or the sanitary towel ye den. God is watching, God is judging, and He will come with vengeance.
Sure.
Another thing that me pay me ma NPP for a binum at see and they say, share nyame on die. And Yankopon, God doesn't like ugly. Ubeye nyuno aye nyuno, ubeye shinsu aye she. Motro mojo Yankopon empe. And obosun can be say, men support you be. But don't be a hypocrite. Yankopon uchi sadien. And I say MPP MP for binum no. Moko jina bontina mo kasa. Munwene mo kasa wi. Side pain yes ni pain yes pain no and ya say dia dey see ni pain e wo bedwam because say bi wo na wo see ni pain e wo bedwam you are rather bringing the sentiment what the friction and na wo dey ba akin bi wo no kwa na beto obi trim say oh wa gene ho but the sense of wo wa beka nintino no dey according to akin trim say and yes and the NPP for I am a bonny nti penifo isre mo mukasa with intelligence mukasa with decorum and I said your platform say can Japan one donated 10 million Ghana one donated 10 million Ghana or donated 1 million Ghana 1 million Ghana cedis and Bawumia has also declared 3 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Obia ye na fe mu de. Eti mu a mo ka say ai na komprako no no ye say no no wo sika wundi sika tenanche na de wo sika meye party no ni nyina no okay nonsense. I was going to use a French word, but you know, me trust you. Nonsense. Very, very unnecessary. Mr. Mafu, we are met forward him at DB Media Show. Bawumia has been supporting the NPP party since we lost the election. On Sahonum Keke. It's a dent for Kabi. And you are in a plan Casao. Dear, or ya, dear, or pay, Bramusa, why you? No. Bawumia or Jen, Mama, Papa. One or do a more brooch or do a more Japan for kidney transplant, or ye way or Renino on Casa, and no say, Sabi. Or you hear Nina so you or you hear Nipa, you cook who are going to do so bet to me, or yepa. La Posorium don't see or Nifana Campbell no more see our wager now or Moshe one or more walk Tanya dear and no put something some for your show movie. Your mom won't be any free. I'm a Catholic and so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, mama, yeah. Why? Chai say ye be the minimum no beer and no ya dear or showmanship and no beer and no ya dear or so beer was so medium ya dear ba. And yes, sir, and it's here. Now, I see a pencabo you say and act upon it. Don't be a hypocrite. So, Baba can't some way will bedroom. No, I share no with the money. God is watching. God will judge, and He's coming with vengeance. Have a good evening, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you.
Appreciate to have you here. Very, very, very. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yes. Yeah. And in the upper platform also. I Miss B, you didn't feel without. I would never forget about you. Any day, everywhere, anytime. I still thank you for what and how you have been supporting me since the beginning on this platform of YouTube. Mimia Kofi Sapon, Memoakwaba ye, Pana Mohammed Munta, so Memoakwaba. Bushia, phone lines in my beard, I also to me for now watch the wedding. Some was some little minutes. Oh, and 2 person free, out to me free. Now watch the wedding.
Na MPP. Na.
Ay. Mimia Sapon, Metu won't catch a power. Why you at the Cote d'Ivoire? When you put a bit of Chirana, then I come here.
Ye kotu abano na nkabom no na eni ho papa. Enyesa na yankasa against each other. Na NDC ebo ewo radio ewo TV towards the 2-3 weeks to the election. So na omuni campaign but playing our own language back to us. Intina ehia se ye campaigner yen hwe se ye internal contest. Don't bring down your opponent such that you cannot campaign for that opponent.
Yes, video way me share that boy so be a TV. Asma means be back here and my video way by me team. Bujan for breko ya almost 3 hours. Nobody is calling. Him say breko or chance your Monday a month for breko juma. So I think say people are really tired and people are relaxing. Enti me de mu nyina ebesi hanom na ochina. Yankopon eboa ema adepache yen. Na moja ne techrema eda so eda. Me ma me esta onai. Mami fane. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Mami,
That's me tired so be fra.
Okay.
It's because me na me plan me ya kasapolo also. I'm say me you man na me hwe saja obi beba so a na jaman fa me kasa polo ametete no
edo so na yepe no edo so ne
abusuafo ye tiatia mo ye damase se jama ba me anim nyina ye shoyi Ghana nti and ye nyina ye beto adwene ne ye hu kwan a ye befa so a ye beje Ghana free ayi abonsamfo ye omo aba with human form yi so asasa bonsamfo abusuafo mo hwɛ de ye bra yi wo kyerɛkyerɛ wade yi so efri enua be ma wontumi ebepem na obi a wo ye nyansani bia behu sɛ saade we no eye plant na omaye
very proud
sɛ ɛna mesamafo
amen
enye NDC fo nso nko a o ye party no ebi wo mu a omo so akonnai with NDC sɛ monka ne hwɛ me se onipa dasani a ye nam asase so no ye hu ohu sen ewure mu aboa because party na mu no ebi wo MPP na mu no ebi wo ho a omo mpa wontumi asem so where aba no obi ti ba bi a wo sra wo ne nan den so nyame na atwolo no ho because me ko hwe show bi a ayi wa wonim super highway so awia wo ne nam so sa otumi ko hu se live show bi wono wagina so kakra maami bi be ka se untumi nyame na atua ne ka ai o se untumi nyame na aye ne sa na yayi na wa wani tua sa ye ntana ayi ya ye koye MPP ye koye ya ba omia di wini ye no na ogina ho me ka nipa no so wo baabi no oti a me ka minim ni din so o se ai eye de na nipa mienu ekwa akansie na executive nyina asori motuatwa sika o so maye de ama executive so na oma sorry akwakokodi ba omiachi etimitie ho na kakra na me wuro na msema me we wadwene nya adwuma because Mr. Mafo me point that menim se no wo kan fanti o se de o me de nya o me de na wo pese wo kan efa wontumi ho no eno na me ye interested
okay
na nya ne kasa no wo kan ahwe ewiase obia ne na dwenenko ebia de me kan wo ya o bola ana ya wo nkwase asem but so wotena ho na wo hwe de ma ye obetena so sa akwa no kro de sempo dio osha ayosha galamsey fuo ye di ayi asase na hye ne nsa a wo hwe so
amakofidua
amakofidua wo ye nyansani a wadwene mu da wo da sumie so di na wo hwe nkwan a wo ba hu se wo nyina ye nkwase asem ene wo kan enye no so nko a enye eno so nko a amanfo aba be kase
hello okay
Eyebino. What can they stop that people say? Muka wuna yine yen ensio say no ana muka wuna mudri forest ligu because I want to mean no ma target no.
On na your target yes.
So what I say I want to me and no ma target no say e kwa bia so no omo be fa so na omo ayeden omo say wuntumi adwuma ana omo bre omo bubu wuntumi ataban. But me first opportunity where ya menya wo Mr. Maf for videos na maka tell me say what who God has blessed.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one can curse that person. And na mo fan to mutrim. A Jimmy for na mu go Ghana na mo so mo from who so called politicians no. Mo de here. Mudia ni say embrana ensongu munku no mu te say wo. Mabusuanko ano. God will not allow it. Ye pese ye kire mo. Onyame onpne ama mu sisi obi. Etumu fanto mutrim. Mu nyina ebebu ababa begu mu nase. Na ye kwa ye fa ne say womu na woma ka na omu de omu say Ghana omu pese Ghana be move forward no. Ye kan ye say Ghana fo mu nkoto abapa na mu benya sabita frache agimifo numu bia ye fro mu soko NDC baba bedi oman so no mu bedu omo man so a enye betemfa neden emamu na do kono na petro na ejena sen abanya wo ba ya want to petro mu den adie bia mahama ba ye na do ba ye obe heritage from mahama na mahama distro adie no
yes
asana na do baba die o de kakra ye niema bebre asu wanyina Ghana fo anya mo fe mutumi de mu kokromoti kokoje emo baako 5 kilo akoko baako fraton oil mutumi de mutumi tom kokromoti dije ema wo etese he usu jimi fo kra de bi hu bi da waton wani munyam e de ade mu 5 kilo eni akoko baako wo wi a endi ayi krampo waton etumi de entumi take you for 1 week maton e de ade na wo sa nipa no wo koponte wo nsa e de kotre kire Dr. Mahmood Baumia so anana na adusu na wudi na tema wo ye papa betamafo
papa adwene bibi nkoye wo
bibi nkoye
etutwi baabi
ai so atiase eti Ghana fo ye nyina de ekono so odu kokromotu koto mama mahama ena me nso ma fa me kokromoti ankoto abana mahama ena se sia mahama diswa what kind of pain na mahama or portrait wo krono so no wo filibi mi nso mi filibi
obi
no ai wane wo dansa ya mama ye twene kakra mama ye nyene se ye nipa ni ye nyamwa eni egu o mane mu ada ni ye ho sa MPP ba no maba ya de ne kama na mama NDC abeje no ma se no shani atoni January say ahini o say
ayini Dr. Ayini
obia wonye lawyer krampo the innocent one only my dear friend emra krampo no ewu say ansana asam ubebu obi for no na asam na court ama ya dane no asone so with evidence
yes
ansan what to me abu nipa no dear say efo ba wontumi nye saade na wontumi mba public na wo attorney general no kwa wonni right bia kwa say wo baba bu nipa no ekumfu ansana why den what proceed case need to court
yeah
a trasa NDC for modwene mu hate se monto ya do to da so mabom mu ya ko ekuro tukran mabon sini kuro mu ya the most weakest link na leader no kuro sisu kura na ye den Opia within 3 months or 4 months Ghana was a peaceful and Opia abrochre for her madwuma mu fo mi wo Caribbean fo bia me ni omu ye adwuma maame no oye secretary ono na discharge patient outgoing patient outcoming in patient neba ya to aba ni nyina no wo Ghana no wo bompa o ka se Esther mesewo na mibuso mu to aba ya na tesɛn ne ba befriend ni Ghana ni so what ase na so bibia be ye fine obeba menye worried obia different country bia ti Ghana din no pese oba ho ebe hwese de Ghana tie monko amu ba ya o say yo me mami aboko legend for
legend tie na yenie
ni o yaba mu bedru ya o man na atete apansam within 4 months pe within 4 months pe mu ba ya mu hwe de Ghana aye mu bakasa nya Ghana na ado any MPP aban any Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia no mu di o man no so no mu bakasa nya ho a na wiase wo cha kontompo wo sum kontompo afidia wo busa eja wa adwo mon kronketi a mu di ye edi to MPP so mu di to na nado ban so wonu na panti su ebi krampo no e destroy na nado aban mu sampanifo we nyina no me question me busa me ho ne say is it true that Ghana a Christian country?
Dabi, a Christian country, bia, edidwa num.
Wuni ano adia na ye nyina ya beto ye di na ye nyina beto ye ya si efre ni Nyankopon no. Wo suro sa nipa no. Ana di Jesus Christ na Ghana fo asofo no de bokro no wo ye maame ne ye papa ho no. Wo suro sa adine no. Mr. Mafubusa omuma me omo sole kwasi ada dwale ebo pada srankun ekotena sole dem ebo mpa ye sufre Awurade say Awurade fa me bone cheme omo ye sa de ni bi me pesa me ka kire omo say empa ye ni endru ba bia because wo wunua Ghana ninsa wo wunua Ghana ninsa na won dwene se wo sansa na wo de fa wo nua ne nsa na wo we no ebia ne kuta wo no you guys you guys are evil samoya 100% 2% pe na ye okay o man mu 2% pe na ye okay o man mu it started from hell to toe to hell ye evil and ye go o man mu wo akwose broni wo sori a wo si colonial master akwose broni a wo di yeso a mo na mo sese enkroma ba di fa ahudie di ma yen ya di fa ahudie no but still mo am slave to each other.
Yes, of course.
Because mo destroy mo nua mo nwere ho wo die ne se kokoto V8 na dem Dina mobile phone so na browse o girlfriend. Send na some George on na me internet no so na o repo no.
Oh parliament.
Parliament no. Wo dia ne say sorry anopa na sikambra wa council na didi ana obi beto dokono enfa mawo. Ana o mema usika fakota akpele eni nsisawa eni makoyirawa. Ana so obi mra usika na kota akwa bi fa ye ankrakra ne fufuo na wadwuruma ye den adatengo no wanya tramo enya enam antintini eni TZ eguhu na tie kote banku na mani aje abrawo nim se wudi a within few hours no na dane adebone ekọ waste ewo wuyam. But so when you so what journey now would the pray at the papa I will hope ma in future forever and ever. Ghana ye wasanyema we nyina resources be bia wo ho e biba obeye ni ye na Dubai obeye refining e say ye wo enema bebre wo man mu ibetuni asone so Mr. Ibu akwasi be se shiade o for king of destroyer. Onunkuwa ba Ghana niema nyina obaka say ye boni dua woni ni owo ni yam John Daraga Mahama watene Ghana into Cocaine Island.
Yes.
Mr. Ibu ye do kana ye busaw obaka say ye bo dua e wo wo maame yam ade bia wo be touch bia wo destroy no wo the legacy Brian ya. What's a pad?
You be chepad.
This will go on the book on the history of Ghana.
Yes.
Mahama, what's such a record? Bawusamu legend.
You be chepad.
Pad. Kikino. Yeah, pass it to the penny. Pass football. Ediama Makiasian. So from go. And then another general platform so now ye. Aren't you guys are saying what Jubilee House wa? Now TV boho. TV ebo Jubilee House one more. Mr. Mafu.
I abohe pa na so omo mfere ade o ma me. Ana njini. Because omo kwari ye mfita edua. Omo mfere ade. Bibia beka bia no enye o masem. But ebo bom nkrobom. Munka hu se he. Wo do won satia ba ko kire wa fichi kwan ade aka nyina ye den. Ehwe wo so. John Daraga Mahama Elia versus Cocaine Island leader. Mr. Pad. With including Pad, Mr. Pad. Yeah, chile will say. What certain record the ama wuma at all? A history. We know Ibrahim Mahama. Ye bisaw. Ye mami jenana. Opokwa jima. Oh, wahene Daraga. Mr. Froster. Ye bisaw. Oh, wahene. Or ye Ghana property, or ye mame, or funny bra. Mudia, a muja Jiramun son, or muja muba. Some no more, Sam said, so be the Drubaya Samano, and a mudia muba, a muja, and some musana and a musako. Are they? Nakanya be an ansana cabedi will be or man citizens in the boneno. And Kashababia will free buy and sana what the citizens in the bonnet. Ghana for Mamma Mayen 2 weeks. Let the Biaya massa uncle 4 way. And fire journey, Yadrin see a corner soon. And near grow. Na some more dear gra, Mumma Hunam Diano or bread. Yes. Are they? Still yet to crampon, yet to diaspora has a bebre Jimmy. Oh, and then you say, what are you talking about?
Bebre Jimmy. Diaspora for including a money be any money be. Still no, I'm your tip on cost for.
Bebre tip on cost.
Now, ye Busam say, who buy yano, a quasi ni kura na wote so na wo nya kwan a wo hye wo na me no mienu ya nko school ABCD kura ye ni mu no na aja akosibuani abone ma wo ban no watumi ya hye so aye kakra wo ne me mienu ya dwuma ya tax a ye tua no okutiri wo kakra no desiesie no krom wo sa betena ha sa agimi wo betena krom ha
tax na ba ye ntokwa
wo ba na me say omo wo ha omo mfa de ntofo mo onya duru kuturuka wo de aduane anu wato atwene ho munya moa ede bia wo bi nka asam nkyerɛw wo de odo pesa akosi wo fra akosi broni krom se glass nko a na wo fra wo krom ni se ekura ase
enwuram no so
mo amunin nkrata no munya nka wuram ho mo besa ko na no Kevin Tella aboa we ojimi fo timi lele we akwa na poso te sa ahoma yesisiri ne po no okodru Ghana ya ama ne bodyguard
ye bo na ho ba
ofo sa no mutumi tam mo phone ekoko gina ne scroll so ehwe eso misamafo te ha wo kan sempa e dia kire mo no mo mehwe Jimmy for ya what Tom Mukuro at the the whole world just because of Mahama atemudidie because of Mahama nini nua Ibrahim moja do mutumi dia asante hinani mudie eye wo Ghana so yesterday mutumi tam phone ekokokotran ekoni hwu ase ekokoka kire se more fire more fire wonna wouldn't know the why or be or catch you beside Shahama and me Chanaba Kona, ya woon or bastard is that Kevin Taylor now, or see American horse, Virginia horse, I said, or that basement as no. Batman won yakon, the nicer in Kete. What would me do I not echo see Yana no tomb for so, a dinner them. A radia come not to Chile. Timodia Montana ho daragay yes raw so where you do say I'm passing where you doc ayena dia yedia yenim any yakase yedia yenim any galamsey ni no koko yinadi ye pese ye catch you say ansa na wo be to untumi mines no mo no stati hweba bia nsuo na stati ahono a efura eba untumi side hono ansana motumi astop untumi adwuma anasa mo freezing account munja jimie no na munya adwuma because kronfo akofa ene kronfo akowia munyina mo yedan mo ye adecroment eti munsu anyansa ne ye ka asa mo kwotena fie 8 years no you guys have learned some common sense. Say you nimusa bola kura na mo deba bola goose na mo sa diaba abedi Ghana for so musi education ye wo fa du tumu ye education musi enye ene sika na mutua no sa sika no ka tubetumi di asie se mfie na oba ne beko school a utumi di sie ye di ye bibi cement bo tam na mahama gina campaign stage all ka cement bo no na yes 800 which is 8 million meboa and the cement ba ko obaye no na anu ya no or the 500,000 5 million and na to so aden and mo 5 kilo ani a ton say 1.2 as a say no and the say na duro send mo 5 kilo na duro aden na Ghana for mu ye disgrace sa motumi ama wiase krampo no adangadi ye say ye kan Jimmy fo ye ne toso me sa asem na me busa mo say future ben na wowo e de ma munchirima anasa mu de wo mamoma no watumi akogina ho point finger with wo agad Dr. Mamudu ba wo me aso anasa na na ado so Nana do no ya wonu to silver spoon so dada o.
Na somebody escaf. Wa wunim na wunim.
Nana do wunia no. So we be start for Fras Bello mo English no. Mo kan say.
Frag Bella.
In future bi no so be stand bio so me stand bio. Yi wa no free nana do so na de obetumi aya abo wo ma no. Sanya akohwesam ene krono na mo nyina mo ba na mo kwa parliament wo na mo kokokbo a. Fade wo ba wo be ye. Etudwa na ye kan ye papa Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Baumia ene ye nkan MPP asem na wo kan ye no eno ano no ye beto aba no ye voice ene ya no asem na NDC for ye dey e boy
yes edipoti aye yes
eboti aye because NDC for mo anya campaign bia. And as a sensible person, I was someone who say, Papa no walk no kore. As you would be a share no, as you papa no kind, what can I be?
Oje responsibility to and
yes.
have a patch as a
yes.
man.
Yes, and then your friend said Bema Kukudufo, and just over that platform so now be chop some mopeda. Not just a wire day, wire dear. Mama Yanuya Mama Yanuya abrofu during 100 years ahead to protect children, unborn children coming. Namususu dear. More than 100 years, also 200 years to destroy Ghana.
To go back.
Mo young crofobing, and more Japan, the Jinamu. A debiana margin, a bayasa mental slaves. Namusodia Namudi Monibra Quacosia Colonna, Yakan Colonia Masters. Moana Mutri dear. Mon, you know, a mano, so we are suffer, so ye dear. Me, I'm a suffer crampono. The way you're born and now do, see, I mean, on the platform to be because or say I or to me, but General Casamoba, Monsham, and your monk quite shuffle. Musori, I must move dear, heaven, Ben Amodeco. So we are shuffle now, kind of clan and another, then who can't gain see ya. I was so no, Mahama Ban, I was so when you are mapping Pamano, opinion leaders, ever can I watch up your demonstration, change, Mujaditia and Nado. And yet the same thing, Mahama warrior.
Aye, or ye was. Or
Mahama, ye was. What to me you see, Daddy? What to me ye, or man in Yinala, a huma, a titri yen. Extra or bad time, and then a mano, more you never frio. Now you perceive a catcher, Papa Bafu Bonnie, I will take you over, say, Papa, listen and listen carefully. Casey be a beba will not say. Some of them up my mena. And the men know what you say will be help Mahama. I'm Manaba sister constitution. Papa, beware. Men know what dream and did not ever dream to destroy the ordinary Ghanaian child future. So Mahama Tnasu for 8 years. Do you know how the country is going to go? It's Papa Bafubane during the future of Ghanaians. And make decision. And yes, that's all my NDC we need 2012 Abana. And non say Fagana Foko ditch. And may ye bias judge Biawo. Said ye, Mahama say ye mami alaba tokonu. Or ye bias no. Shana ye numsu on your bias. Just or ye na juma as a judge. Now the work of family qua. Now the corona you who say evidence for work of family qua. Uncle Casa Jane and Uncle Fire. We are expecting you. So what take it you cover at the amana? We are expecting you say everything say a beba wonasono. Ye papa bafuboni. Do the needful. Nesha womani so. Omani nyamahama dia. Omani nyame dia. It belongs to all Ghanaians. Because when you na mo kahu and omano me kahu bi ye nyina ye kahu ne ye di omani hwamo and nchirima ebe sofa that eti ye sremo ajagefo ene a lawyer fo munni nokre emfa mo omano na nyemu adodode ene da bia mo baba wia munya adwuma emfa present Ghana ema Ghana nko nanim ne yabremo ene anim guase a mu portrait edema Ghana Mahama adane Ghana cocaine island no sano na ye mo fade a ene constitution mo consistent fama no
ensida
na kamwa mu bewu
ka de besi Ghana nya de keto akura
ye ba brumu nua ede mo ma enyina na ka obi afie eja ye be sati ato wo no ene mo yes ade na ada na mu ketem na mu free Ghana
my mum ne de asemo de ensi o asemo de esi ade besi o Ghana no mo ambenu o mo ho omo benu o mo
mo beda adwini sa adwini we no as eniema bi besisa no ho na mo behu Ghana ye mabunu no mo behu yesuba sai ya poda mo krasene mo ye mpanifo na mo ba mo amaje o ma nan so mo behu sai ya dwena ye den awu misamafo watiefo bebrabre me sukura mabre me koda
me da ase mame
sino me di mo si ha nyame nhira mo nyina na mo ma ye nje ye man emfansi ho
Amen.
And fama in Chima, ewo Yesu dim. Nyame nhyira obi am for good night. Bye
Good
bye.
night to you. Nyame nhyira wo nso maame. Bye bye. Ye maame Esther na yete nka no. Yes. Abusua ebere ko ya bere nti no ye be chiachia mu nyina ai. Miwia Michael Amoa, I say brother Mafu. Good afternoon. Always pressure to see you. You're welcome, bro. Me who watch it. George, metro message later. Me ko fisapon. Me yeah, onso me chia yepa. Mohammed Mutar onso me chia. Face of channel me chia. Entry Daniel J me chia. Ransford entry me chia. Me Dramani Drisu me chia onso yepa. Ai mami afuru me chia yepa. Mami reta onso me chia pa. Ena ye mami Elizabeth Chan. Oskani kwajo kwache. Me eskani me chia yepa. Mami ya afuru po ma onso me chia. Mami adwa se wa me chia. Kevin Kujo me chia ye pa. Mami Diana Pia. Bon lavoro Espero que tu abbia finito ora. Sanso na yemi Deborah Chei me chia mami. Ana dunsia me chia. Yemi panyin kwasi asamoa me chia. Khalif Jaben me chia ye pa. Sisira Forsen me chia ye pa. Ena mi ankasa nso mi Samuel Abadu Amponsa me chia ye pa. Yan me ma me retapia me chia. Mame ohon te sen me te wonka ache kakra. Me ma me Monica me chia. Sanso na Weston Adisi me chia. Sami Jesse from Hamburg me chia. Evans Ankama Kofi me chia ye pa. Nana Dunsia me chia. Mains B the sweetest voice ever. Me chia ye pa. Ena Francis Walker. Me ma me by the botry. Me chia mu nyina ai. Arimi Amiyawu Isaac me chia ye pa ma kere Dunsia me chia. Mami Vivian Kuma me chia ye pa. Miya Frankofi ena ye last caller. Mami miya ba partner Oli Esther K Badima. Me chia mu nyina da mu nyina ase. Mo amoba wo Facebook nyina. Kofi ose bonsu kwa bena bo apen ya ma chia enokwajo abo age enok me chia ye pa. Osman Fatihu ya Richard ya onyako me chia mu nyina busianfo. Me da mu nyina ase ene mo bere. Ene numbers no ye ko soro kakra. Pesro se mo men koso a aye moabo aye ho na yempushi channel we na channel we intimi nsan megira na nan so biem se de na etie first no me de mo besia na ochena kopon ema adepache na ahodren moja ene esen ene tachirama da abodwe mu a asan aba behia ha biem na de nsempa no abremo me din ene Mr. Mafo ha RAZ Media GH on YouTube ena Kennedy Japan Junior on Facebook like a video no na share video no mame I won subscribe won subscribe na beka abusuankuo no makramo e besan ya hia ochina adios.